ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again into the Scouting Grounds Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Team Secret. Here with me, Velajiv and also Lafel. We are back for the last day, the grand final of the Scouting Grounds.
Yeah, we want to say thank you as well to both Hotlink as well as Prater for making this happen. I gotta say, grand finals, best of seven. We have to see if we go all seven games because so far, both teams that are competing, they've been sweeping the entire competition. Like later on, we're gonna look at the brackets, but they've been 2-0ing, 3-0ing everyone.
Yeah, they are playing with a clean game, but definitely today we will see a different kind of story here. One of them needs to get some losing moment right there. But yeah, this is a story that happened previously from the Scouting Grounds Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Team Secret. We saw like a lot of teams have doing their job, like Man of Geniuses. Again, they were winning against Stars Esports and also Saint Trinity, and now staying in the grand final. While Adudu Gaming, they are getting their win from Tag S and also from the Plus Ultra, which is one of a very good match yesterday. So I really want to know what kind of draft that they will be cooking for this because definitely yesterday they were doing a lot in terms of drafting, Lafel.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. When it comes to drafting, when it comes to gameplay, like we know our stuff because we're casters, but we're not gonna show him just yet. But for those of you that are here coming in early, just to let you know, we will have a special guest where he knows just a little bit more about the game and he can give his own insight. And I kind of feel like his insight is going to be a little bit more precious because again the scouting grounds, yes, there's prize pool, yes, there's winners, there's losers, but at the end of the day we just want to see the potential of the players playing. And again, I don't feel like it's going to be a clean sweep because even though Adudu Gaming has a lot of ex MPL players, we've seen them able to make mistakes. But when we saw Men of Geniuses so far, it has been quite a smooth ride for them. I kind of feel like this is one of those moments Men of Geniuses will not have a smooth ride, and perhaps they will find cracks in the weaknesses of Adudu Gaming.
Yeah, so I think like it will having so much things. I mean, like from the side of a Man of Geniuses, they were having tons of things to be proceed into going against Adudu Gaming. Like they were having a really good counter reaction. They were having a hard time. Yeah, sometimes like some war is not really good for the Man of Geniuses, but in terms of what is the reaction coming from the Man of Geniuses, I think like it's a very good one. Yeah, it will. Sometimes like people with the experience also need to have more in depth about like how they are gonna be going with this kind of moment, right?
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, I just want to take a moment as well because we're going to talk about players and stuff and we're going to talk about the potential. It's not going to be happening right now, but soon the patch will change. So I kind of feel like for this scouting ground, again, you got to look at the potential coming in from the players here because later on the changes in the emblems is gonna change quite a lot. So for players that more or less use the same kind of heroes, and if say the next patch does not bode well for those heroes, we do have to see how will they adjust because I kind of feel like because of the changes of the emblems, it will change the stronger hero maybe gets a little bit more balance, and for heroes that don't get a lot of attention, perhaps just become OP.
Yeah, like a lot of things will change, not only on the emblem, but the even the gameplay might change as well. Like all of the plans inside of
Yeah.
the lot of them will change. A lot of things, even the rotation will also make it different. The meta will simultaneously change into something else. So I really want to see how is it gonna happen. And we mentioned it yesterday that the players also need something to be improved, and I think we need to learn it for with someone who actually have the experience, Lafel.
Yep. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, let us invite a professional player here to join me and Vela. We're gonna invite Matt, that has been loaned to Team Secret, and I gotta say, Matt, come in. Because, not gonna lie, I'm very interested to know in the scouting grounds what Matt is actually looking for.
Yeah,
You
I
want you
bet.
want you want you want to try again, Matt?
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Now we can.
Perfect.
But, well, how are you, Matt?
Good.
You're good.
Okay, Matt, I just want to ask, in this scouting ground, which roles are you more interested at?
Rom.
Roll.
Rome? All right, a little bit stuck-ish a bit, but I'm with Matt. I'm actually looking at the Rome as well.
You mentioned it actually the first day, right? Like you were looking for Romer, and that Romer is one of the players that is needed currently in all of the seeds. So I bet like Matt and you were having the same kind of things here with all of the players that is been looking for. I mean, like Romer is one of the important role. It's the one that actually giving a lot of the rotation and everything.
Yep. So far, it looks like Matt is having a bit of an issue. So we would just like to say thank you, Matt. We're gonna let you adjust things on your own side first, and then we'll see how we can move on from there. Bye bye, Matt. Bye bye. No, not you.
You. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye. All right, cool. At least we're in agreement that we want to see the roamers.
Yeah, yeah, Romer. So we saw a lot of potential actually coming from yesterday and also from today's match as well. I mean, like Man of Geniuses, Low Wet, Adudu Gaming, both of them are having like very good Romer here. Tenka was showing a really good performance with all of the heroes that he have been using, all of momentum hero such as Kufra. He was showing Atlas as well. We want to see what kind of hero that he will be using for today, but also coming from the side of Adudu Gaming. I mean, like we know how is the movement coming from the Adudu Gaming that is showing a really good potential to be shown.
You know what? When it comes to roamers, I'm not gonna lie. You need a very interesting balance of you have to be very smart, but you also have to be very stupid at the same time. Because the thing about very smart roamers, sometimes they don't want to engage. They're like, no, guys, that's a bad team fight. But sometimes you just want someone stupid to be like, I can go in. And then everyone's just like, try. And then maybe something good can happen. Like I've been a coach, I've been a player, and even everyone says, you know what? Sometimes we want you to shut your brain, just try, and then see how. If it's a mistake, oh well.
You will never know if you never try. Maybe that's the motto, right? That's the motto that you can use. And both of them, I think like all of the players here having both of that kind of condition. Sometimes you just like very smart. Sometimes you just like, oh, I don't care about what I think. I just like I want to try. I want to go with anything with the things that happen inside of the ladder dot. I mean, like engage, not engaging, doing what is wise at that moment. But also, if I can mention more about the player coming from both of the sides here, Men of Geniuses along with the Aduru Gaming, like both of them kind of having similar kind of gameplay, similar kind of heroes as well.
Well, when it comes to the heroes, I kind of feel like we should be looking into the draft because this is a best of 7. It might be a very long night, so the moment we have to go ahead, we're going straight into the game, and with that, we got it. We got into the game. So now it is Man of Geniuses is the first pick. Dudu Gaming is the second, and you know what? This is the grand final. So let me have the honor of introducing for both teams, for all the players. Let's introduce Man of Geniuses. Tenka, please give skin. Han, Div, as well as Jackie. Tenka, the roamer, please give skin. The EXP laner, Han is the gold laner, Div mid lane, and Jackie is the jungle. And now let's introduce Dudu Gaming. Box as the jungler, Neo, EXP laner, Chisero as the mid, Zuzu, Chong, I'm just gonna call him Zuzu throughout the entire game. He is the roamer, and Skupas is the gold laner. For now, looks like in terms of the bans, we've banned out the Kaja as well as the Joy, and we've banned Vela for a while. She'll come back, not to worry about it. Valentina has been banned as well. Again, so far, Man of Geniuses, they might be banning Minsitar a little bit later because they just don't like to get interrupted when they're in the flow. So I kind of feel like Men of Geniuses are a team of momentum as well, and they like using heroes that has a lot of mobility, and they don't want to get caught in a mixture of things that can cause trouble for them, that can force out mistakes. However, Adudu Gaming, we've only watched them play once. For now, we can definitely see Neo is, I would say, the linchpin because he moves quite a lot all around the map. He wins his lane, and then he is able to contribute in the team fights, throw takes, as well as the Lord take. For now, 1-1 as well has been banned out. So for now, Men of Geniuses and Adudu Gaming, an important, well, not important. No, it's kind of important. It's kind of like a cheeky detail here where both teams are really taking their time in the draft. They're taking their time in the bans, probably because while they're doing the bans, I kind of feel like they have a rough idea about what the bans that they're gonna have. It's just that they're still discussing what is the first 3 picks that they want. Men of Geniuses so far, they have banned out the Minsitar here. We have to see whether they will ban it again, and if they don't, then perhaps they want to take it first pick. But looking at the roster, I'm not entirely sure if they want that, but no, this time they actually ban out the glue. So it is going to be quite interesting to see whether they want to pick up the Minsitar themselves, or they just know that Adudu Gaming, they're not really a team that plays around the Minsitar that well, meaning they themselves do not favor in picking that hero up for the matchups that they have. In terms of the OP hero picks for now, I kind of feel like Kaja is out, Glue, Valentina, oh, the Arlet. I kind of feel like the Arlet has to be given attention. If the Arlet is not banned, probably looking for them to counter pick with something like a Khalid perhaps, but I kind of feel like at this point it's probably just a little bit safer to ban it out. Oh, Novaria, how can I forget about Novaria? So now, Minsitar or Arlet. Kind of feel like those two are amazing. If you don't want it, you could pick up the Eve. The Valentina is not there, but the dangers of the Eve is you can get counter picked by the rough ways hero. Kadita is the hero that I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kadita
Alright.
is a very good one. Kadita is a very good one. I mean, like, it's having a really good condition to actually pick up somebody, but Arla is definitely one of the options to be prioritized here. It's just having a really good movement, and we know how is Please Give Skin actually doing the Arla thing. You know, like he's just like able to put somebody buying a lot of times.
You
But
should.
Brethren is actually the one that is being pegged here along with the Eve here. They want more into the combination that they can go on towards Men of Geniuses, and I think because of the town coming from the Brethren, they want to ruin all of the possibility of big team fight, and also want to stop the combo that might happen coming from Men of Geniuses.
Honestly, right now, if they want like completely just counter, they could just pick up the Claude as well as the Kadita. The Kadita can do well against the Eve. The Claude can do well against the Eve. The Claude can. I would say Claude against Fredrin, it is going to be a skill matchup because the Claude can, you know, like kite, but the Fredrin can eventually chase and knock him up. So I got one of them correct. They pick up the Claude. If they don't want to pick up the Kadita here, maybe they can pick up the jungler, or you know what, the tank. Picking up the Kufra, great pick.
I mean, like, this is a very good thing, you know, with the Kufra from Tenka that's showing a really good performance yesterday. They just want to have this kind of movement. Along is also like kind of denying pick for Zuzu, which we know playing a really good Kufra as well. I mean, like, look at the combo that they were having with the Fredrin, with the Yeef. I think like it's just gonna sweet well if they are taking over the Kufra. But banning over the Vanny never crossed my mind here. I mean, like with all of the heroes, yeah, it's just gonna be so hard for other gaming to actually going against a Vanny because they don't have actually anyone to pick the Vanny up.
Yeah, right now I think that's very smart. Banning the Fanny, banning later on either the Hayabusa or the Lancelot, because one of the pseudo weaknesses of an Arlet is the fact that you can't pick up a Yuzong because the Leslie is gonna stay very, very far away from the fight. And even though Arlet has very large range with the final slash, if the Leslie is very very careful, which Skupas again as an ex MPL player should be able to manage his distance well, should be able to kite away or wait for the flicker final slash coming in from the Arlet, and then once Arlet is not there, once the Kufra makes a bad engage, the Leslie should be all good. I've been talking to quite a lot of gold laners that plays the game competitively, MPL, MDL, and such, and they do say, even though the Twilight armor does counter the Leslie in terms of how much damage that he can take, he just has to wait it out, wait for the passive to finish, and then the Leslie will deal, just normal amount of damage. So you just have to have a prolonged team fight. And again, like I said, have to ban out the Hayabusa or Lancelot. Lancelot gets banned.
So they're gonna be banning that kind of hero to actually never having anyone to touch this Leslie. So the Leslie will be kind of monsters here. But I was thinking about the other hero that can be used here. I was thinking about Benedetta going for the jungle here for Man of Geniuses, but I don't think it's gonna be a good one since Fredrin is there. Because I do feel like they still need somebody to actually maybe picking up these two heroes or maybe trying to control it back. I mean,
When the body
they still can
suffers,
pick over the Akai, but Benedetta is the one that is actually being banned here, coming from Man of Geniuses going towards Adudu Gaming. And
No, I think that's good as well. Kind of a respect ban for Neo, because again, Neo using the Benedetta is very very quick in terms of how he rotates. Now that the Grok has been picked up, does seem to be quite a tanky lineup here with both the Fredrin as well as the Grok. And even though Eve as a mate should be pretty squishy, but the fact that you have the shield when you use the real manipulation, you should be fine. The Lilia against the Eve, I'm a little bit iffy if they want to pick it up.
I'm not really sure that is actually gonna be a good idea, but also like Farsha is not a really good deal for them as well. So it's much more makes sense for them to having the Lilia. I think because of the team fight that might happen for them, and also like how the Lilia will be able to escape from the movement that can be brought by Adudu Gaming. And also for the Ling is actually a very good condition here to actually picking up over the Eve, and also for the lastly, but the last pick, the Badang here, might causing a lot of trouble if he's ever able to secure some of the player, especially the Ling, because it will be locking down a lot for the Ling here.
Yep, as we saw, like, Neo is not Diablo, but Diablo has shown the potential of a Badang, where the Badang can eventually handle most of the assassins. And yesterday, Neo did use the Badang in the first game. He was able to 1v1 the glue and impact heavily throughout the map. So I'm confident that he is pretty proficient with the hero. We just have to see. Against Please Give Skin, can he actually do well? Because when it comes to the Badang, you have a lot of damage. You're just not that tanky, so you can't come in first. You have to come in second. I do like that Men of Geniuses pick up the Ling, because they have the Ling now. The Lilia seems kind of okay, where the Lilia doesn't have to get involved too much in the team fight. Just have to use her skills against the Fredrin as against the Grok. But now we're going into the first game of the best of 7 grand finals in the scouting ground between Adudu Gaming and Men of Geniuses.
Whoa, best of 7. This is the battle of stamina, battle of discipline, and battle of how they're be thinking about the drafting. It's gonna be super interesting for seeing all of the players doing things that they will be doing, but I really want to focus over the movement that can be brought by Zuzu along with Tenka. I mean, like, from the hero, we can tell that actually the Zuzu will play a little bit more aggressive with the power of nature. He will be able to clear the wave easily to help the rotation might be coming from the Cicero, and also maybe coming from the box here, because they were having a quiet tanky kind of lineup. Well, for the side of team here. Oh, in the top lane, we're seeing.
Yep. We can see that Box is there now, but now looking at the angle, Tenka has to use the flicker, trying to get away. Han and Tenka are super low. Box really wants that kill, but the kill gives over to Skupas, and now Diff is there, having to back away as well. A very fast start by Adudu Gaming.
That is the rotation that they have been doing. I mean, like, the Zuzu box doing a lot of things and giving it towards Leslie. That is the most important part. Like you're giving your kill towards Leslie, which is gonna let the Leslie having a higher maybe EXP or even gold here compared to Han, the Cloud, which gonna because Cloud needs a lot of item, right? Especially the Demon Hunter sword along with the golden stuff, which is very necessary for the power spike for this Cloud. Well, for the Leslie, I think like two items if is done, I think like Leslie will be having a lot of impact. Well, for
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, but the thing is, like, Scoopus now having a kill lead against Han. The thing is, the Leslie already counters the Claude by the fact that when a Claude comes in close, she could kick him away, canceling the Blazing Duet. The true damage as well make it so that even if the Claude builds a Wind of Nature, it's kind of a waste. So just that one kill, it looks like for now, that's the only rotation that they're gonna give towards the goal lane. After that, I want to see. For now, looking at the EXP lane, it seems like it's kind of a dead lane where both EXP laners aren't really interacting that much. Even though Neo has dropped a bit of HP, but I kind of feel like he's just testing the ground, seeing like how much damage he can deal against Please Give Skin.
I mean like both of them usually playing super aggressive and super have. I mean both of the teams. Previously we saw like a lot of things happen in the first 2 minutes, but right now it's much more a little bit more passive. But Tenka actually receiving some of the talking here coming from Team Adudu, and they are going for more in the top lane.
Yeah, unfortunately here, Men of Geniuses, they just don't have the damage to really do anything because the Grok as well as the Fredrin is notoriously very, very tanky. And even though Lydia is an early game hero, the fact that when Tenka goes in to set something up, he's gonna get punished, it doesn't look good. And now Zuzu just gives a fair warning. If you really want to stay, he's gonna be able to use his wild charge. So now it looks like Men of Geniuses, they're losing the tempo a little bit because their jungler needs farm, their gold laner needs farm, their mid doesn't need that much farm but can't deal the damage safely.
I mean like four of them going for the top lane and trying to pushing towards the gold shield turret is actually a really good one. But they're kind of, I mean like this is the thing going against a Cloud. Like the clear of the wave is just like gonna be very fast. And I think like they are maximizing that potential. They're playing really safe here from the Man of Geniuses in the 4 minute. Despite Adudu Gaming was actually doing a lot of things to try to push it back towards Man of Geniuses, they are able to secure and hold up.
Yeah, and now looking at the turtle, it is going to be secured by Jackie. Actually, Jackie was able to secure the turtle there, but Boggs getting his revenge, getting that kill onto him. Please Give Skin is 1v4ing, trying to get a kill anywhere, but looks like he's not going to get it done. Chisero secures the kill, 3 kills to 0 for the first game in this best of 7.
Actually, Please Give Skin was delaying a lot, trying to hold up 4 heroes here from the side of team Adudu Gaming, but it's just not in sync. All of the rotation that is being done, Jackie was trying so hard to get over the turtle, but in terms of that, they're changing it with his life, which is I don't think like it's really good condition because they are not only losing Jackie but also Please Give Skin here. I think like they're just trying to give the space as much as they can towards the Cloud because right now the difference is like 2,000 gold.
Yep, and Tenka goes in, might be a mistake as now he's gonna get caught. Very nice wall coming in from Zuzu. Scoopos securing the kill. And I saw this in the minimap just now where Tenka was able to actually catch Scoopos, but no one was there. And now Han goes in, he's looking for Scoopos. Super, super low, still able to run away. Just one more basic attack would have done it.
Sadly unable to secure the kill towards Scoopos, and even Scoopos getting another point right here. I think like it's just gonna be quite hard for the rest of the player coming from the side of team a Man of Genius is to actually try to pick off over this Leslie. The protection that is given towards this Leslie is just like so good. Maybe they need to really focus.
Han, a very big mistake there, but Tenka is there trying to protect his marksman, and now Jackie goes in looking at Zuzu, but Zuzu is very tanky, and Chisero gets the double kill, the ultimate snipe by Scoopos, looking for Tenka. Tenka, being tanky, is able to run away, but that was a big mistake by Han. accidentally using the battle meter image twice.
Oh, sadly, the range of the battle mirror image is just like too short, so he's unable to actually going out from that kind of movement. Well, for the Ling, I think like it's just like so sad that he is trying to get over the Zuzu, but the movement that is coming from Cicero and also the rest of the player from the Adudu Gaming was giving him hard time, and he is unable to actually getting the last Deviant Sword to try to put the damage towards Zuzu. So another movement, they are slowing down a little bit of the tempo, but the thing about Ling is like the ability to try to clear the wave and then going back doing another rotation to the other lane, so they might be trying to do that at this point.
Small mistake coming in from Adudu Gaming. I kind of feel like it would be better for them just to take the purple buff and then leave the little buff there to make sure that it takes a long time to spawn. Tanka finds Zuzu. Zuzu charges back in. Han goes in for the blazing duet. The damage is not there just yet. And Neo in the backline finds Please Give Skin, and now he's gonna get stunned. It looks like he's gonna get taken down. Kill given over to Chisero, which is 4-0-2 right now. Very good stuff from Adudu Gaming, but I kind of feel like you gotta push the tempo a little bit more because there's a lot of damage threat coming in from Men of Geniuses, and if possible, you do not want to let them scale.
You don't definitely want them to scale to the late game. Definitely going, especially going for the cloud here.
Oh,
And also the momentum.
what? Scoop Boss just used Flicker. I I don't know why he used Flicker. He doesn't have vision of Jackie as well. But now Tenka is there. Try to catch Box. Box is fine. Zuzu charges back in. Jackie finds Scoop Boss. Scoop Boss is there taking quite a lot of damage. And Please Give Skin secures the first kill for the team in this game. But Boss gets a return kill onto Jackie. Please Give Skin in the back line is going to get taunted. Double kill for Box.
Oh, that is just so hard to be handled. Like everyone is like doing a lot of things here with the skills, with ultimate and div here. If there is a barrier, I don't think like div will be able to secure that movement. But again, he's using the black shoes here to save himself. He was doing that previously as well. So right now, currently it's 9 minutes inside of the let off down, and it's 1-10 here with 7,000 gold lead on the hand of Adudu Gaming, and the Lord is spawning inside of the let off down.
Yeah, very good try by Jackie to get a kill onto Scoop Boss and was able to do so, but now the Lord is going to get taken down. Let's take a look at the items here, and Jackie only has the Berserker Fury, which is pretty strong, but definitely not enough. And I kind of feel like Scoop Boss could probably opt for, I mean, if he's very confident that he doesn't have to, but if he wants to be safe, maybe a win of nature to make sure that he can deal with Jackie. I kind of feel like to deal with Han as well, but yeah, for now, Jackie is nowhere near enough gold to actually deal enough damage. He needs at least 2 more items.
I mean, like if he's jumping with the movement here from Jackie going for the school boss, the defense is there. I mean, there is Neo, there is Zuzu, there is boss as well. He can wait until the Tempest of Blade to go down, so he can use the town to actually bait over the Jackie. So it's very risky. Tenka needs to be the one who's full open for it. But Tenka, so far, haven't got the momentum to actually reach out for the player coming from Adudu Gaming. And with the Lord that is marching to the top lane, I think like they really need that momentum. Unless they are gonna be able to clear the wave and hold up all of the pushes coming from the Adudu Gaming.
Oh, and Neo charges immediately in, finds Han. Han gets taken down. Good final slash coming in from Please Give Skin. Scoop Boss gets a kill onto Tenka. Real world manipulation has been used, and Div goes back into the fight. Jackie is super low. Div is gonna get taken down, and it is a wipeout triple kill for Scoop Boss. A very clear and clean game number 1.
It is super clean. It is super crazy as well. How is everyone able to do the portion that they need for this? Like how clean it was. How is the discipline? Only 1 point able to be taken in the hand of a man of geniuses, and they need like what 3 people to actually secure that 1 kill towards Kupas. It was Ling, it was Please Give Ski that is distracting along with Div, and I think like it's just not in the movement just like what we saw from Man of Geniuses.
Right now, actually looking at the goal, Jackie has 6,000 1,000 gold. I'm just wondering, did he sell any items or something? Because I kind of feel like he might have a little bit more. But either ways, good game from both teams. Zuzu did not die. The only one that died, because again, that we saw was Scoopos. And in this game, I would kind of say it is kind of the draft situation because understanding that Han picking up the Claude, even I called for it, right? Taking the Claude to fight against the Eve. But unfortunately, the Lilia does not have the damage, and Tenka can't really set up because if he goes in, there's not enough burst from Lilia to take down the Fredrin as well as the Grok instantly. So anytime he goes in, he's just gonna die. So unfortunately, this draft requires a lot of ramping up to do. And you know what? Gaming, they're not gonna allow that to happen.
Oh, so it's just quite hard for this first game, but definitely first game is not the only thing that will matter. I mean, like we will having best of seven, right? So a lot of things can be done in the drafting phase later on, and I think like if they are able to manage the draft and also the situation over the movement that they are doing inside of the Land of Dawn, it's going really good because I do feel like Men of Geniuses still have the ability to actually counter the movement coming from the audio gaming or even trying to engage it more. I think they are overthinking it a lot of decision, so they are unable to actually get what they want. What is the purpose of the draft that they are having? What is the winning condition that they were supposed to have right there? So I think like they really need to focus on and enjoying the game as well. Sometimes enjoying the game makes your brain work faster.
You know what? Being happy that those okay, you know what? I don't know the chemicals, right? But you need those chemicals to really go well. And we saw game number one. I can't wait to go into game number two because I want to see a difference coming in from the mid because the Lilia did not work out. Especially I have experience as well using Lilia against the Eve, against the Farsa. Their range is just too wide, it's just too far. And the moment I get touched, it's not good. It's not good. So we're gonna jump into the second game draft to see if there's any changes that has to be made. Because I gotta say, Redo Gaming, pretty good draft in game number one.
Yeah, that is solid. That is a solid draft. Uh, I also want to see more coming from the Zuzu or even coming from Tenka, like the rotation, especially for Tenka, I guess. Like all of the things that he was using yesterday is like Kufra along with Atlas. If we can surprise the opponent with something else, actually it's gonna be super good. Like different kind of hero, different kind of matchup, different kind of strategy that you can proceed to try to take the weakness point towards Adudu Gaming because Adudu Gaming was actually having quite hard time when they are having a big pick off condition from the opponent. I mean, like if the opponent doing a lot of pick off moment, I think like they are like scattered to actually doing what they want.
I gotta say, I gotta feel like in the previous game, Box and Zuzu actually do it quite a lot because they basically force the fights. They create a lot of space for their own team as well as very good setup. Arudo Gaming has banned out the Kaja as well as the Glue. Men of Geniuses banning out the Novaria, probably gonna ban out the Joy as well because as we saw yesterday, both Box and we have to assume that Neo can use the Joy very well unless they plan on countering the Joy later. But at this point, I don't know. I kind of feel like you gotta give respect.
Yeah, I mean like it's a flexing as well, so it's quite hard to actually know where's the land going with the Joy that can be picked for both of the roles here. So it's just going to be a very good one if they want to ban over that one. But I see a lot of Franco actually being really popular, especially for Adudu along with the Men of Geniuses. And I think like it's one of the heroes that they might try to actually ban it as well as an option. But if it's not, I mean like Blue Faramis, a lot of heroes that is still on the meta, still high rate of pick in the meta, still available. But Minsitter, one of the hero that actually countering the Joy, is also being banned.
Very interesting as well because they banning out the Minsitar because in the previous game, Minsitar was not banned and was not picked at all. The 1-1 again, the gaming just really doesn't want to go for that kind of matchup. It's probably a special request coming in from Scoopos. Is like, yo guys, I'm a good player and all, but just don't let me fight against the 1-1. Maybe there's some kind of a curse going on. But either ways, Editor Gaming, solid ban so far. Quite a lot that Men of Geniuses have to think about because they have to let go either the Joy, the Arlet, anything else that's kind of crazy. The Valentina, I guess.
And
But I kind of feel like Joy Arlet is the one that you have to pay attention to.
definitely. Or they want to open all of it with the
Yeah.
Arla, Valentina, and even Joy here to be open inside of the land of the and try to ban something else. That might be one of the counter here. So out of the gaming, you choose one, I choose the other. So here we go. Fredden is out. What do you want to choose? I would choose the rest of it because I'm good with all of the things that that is still available. Okay, you got the Joy, I got the Arlot. So we have the same
So Arlet Franco.
Arlot Franco will be very good. I mean, like it's countering directly for the Joy, and then having the nuisance coming from the Arlot is perfect.
So right now, I feel like Arlet Franco would be kind of good, unless they're like, no way, Adudu Gaming is gonna pick up the Arlet, but oh, never mind. So it is gonna be Franco, but not the Arlet this time. It looks like they just wanna counter the Joy. They're picking up the Valentina for themselves, but we saw Box using the Joy, so they could still pick up the Arlet.
They can pick both of it, but if they are picking for both of it, I think that they're still gonna be playing with the Valentina, which gonna be like leading a lot of things here because he can get the things that he wanted from the Adudu Gaming. And if Adudu Gaming taking a lot, not a hero that have a big AOE skills, it's just gonna be a very good moment for Men of Geniuses. But I do feel like if Arlot is being taken by Adudu Gaming, it will be showing the card of the jungle along with the XP directly. So it's gonna be Man of Genius's idea to actually try to counter that one, but it is not. It's a Kufra along with a Farsha. So big AoE skill here that can be given towards Valentina.
At this point, I think Yuzong or Lapu is gonna be pretty solid, unless Men of Geniuses feel like there's too many heroes in the EXP, so you don't need to pick up the EXP right now. If you want to pick up the Claude, this would be an okay time to pick up the Claude and then betting out both the carry as well as the Leslie, because I kind of feel like in the previous game, you just don't have a great matchup going up against the Leslie there. So kind of feel like it's still a good spot as long as you just ban out Leslie as well as carry, should be a-okay.
Yeah, Cloud actually gonna be picked here by the side of Man of Geniuses, and yeah, I do agree. I mean, like just ban the hero that is gonna be causing the trouble here, especially for the Leslie. But I think for the other one, they can try to ban over the other hero that might be causing tons of problem here in the
Sniper ready.
jungle,
Give
or
me a
even
target.
the XP, because we still don't know once again where is this Joy gonna go coming from Adudu Gaming. But from the side of Man of Geniuses, they really need to consider over the jungle here. All of the possibility can happen. I mean, with the Akai that might cause the with the heavy spin actually also can lock over to Joy and also like distracting the players coming from Adudu Gaming, but Marty is also one of the good options.
Yeah, I think safe bans is to ban out the Martis as well as the Lancelot, because the Lancelot does give a lot of pressure onto Farsa, and even though the Kufra could kind of stop the Lancelot, I feel like at this point, a lot of good Lancelot players have been able to play around the Kufra very, very well. You just have to use a Thorn Rose to get that iframe and then just instantly ult out. The Beatrix gets banned out, which is very interesting as well. Probably just feeling like, you know, we know Scoopos is hero pool. If he ends up picking out the carry, we can fight him back with the Valentina.
I mean, like if it's like that, the one who actually gonna be bullying Cloud is actually it's either Melissa actually gonna be a very good one to actually push back over the Cloud here, but I was thinking about Brody that can play quite early as well to be
yeah.
a combo with Adudu Gaming.
Yeah, Brody is actually very solid because you're kind of forcing the Claw to use the Wind of Nature prematurely. So yeah, I think the Brody will do quite well. As long because there's just one thing, Vela, that when I play the Brody that I don't like going up against the Franco is that the Brody doesn't really have a dash. You have a dash with your second skill, but you go towards your opponent, so you're kind of not safe as well. So while you're charging your basic attack, it's going to be very easy for the Franco to pick you off. So, and the Fanny gets picked off, so that's going to be great.
That is interesting. So it's gonna be like Vanny Joy doing a lot of rotation inside of the Land of Dawn. So we will be seeing a lot of chaotic situation inside of the Land of Dawn. But it means Adudu Gaming have one of hero actually gonna be very good to counter the Vanny if they are able to secure it with the Kufra. But the Brody along with Lancelot here, the one that we mentioned actually being picked by Adudu Gaming, and Man of Genius is one last pick here. One of the hero that they will try to put in the EXP lane. Kali, they were should have picking over that one, and actually it's having quite good CC as well.
Yeah, because now with the Lancelot getting picked, they're like, okay, this is going to be an EXP Joy. The Khalid does very well against the Joy because he out damages Joy in the first two levels of the laning phase. And the Brody is gonna be pretty good going up against the Fanny. It is gonna be a skill matchup because if you can time your second skill with the Fanny engages, you could stun the Fanny and then possibly get yourself into a safer spot. As long as you have still lick plates early, should be okay.
Yeah. I really want to see what is actually going to be happening inside of the Land of Dawn. How is the reaction that can be done by Man of Geniuses along with Adudu Gaming with all of the draft that they put on this second game. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand final of the Scouting Grounds Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Team Secret that is currently on the second game. The first game has been taken by Team Adudu Gaming, so currently it's 1-0. Who is gonna be who is the first team who is gonna take the first 4 points?
Yeah, and with that being said, we're going to game number 2. Adudu Gaming going up against Man of Geniuses, where again, the game just now, it was a stomp. We gotta see if Adudu Gaming can keep up the pressure, or for this game, Man of Geniuses have found their rhythm and gonna come back.
Ooh, let's see what is actually gonna happen. School Boss with the Brody supposed to try to bully over this cloud, not letting Han to farm just like the previous game. Same kind of concept with the Leslie before, but please gives Kid not in the really good condition here in the bottom lane, but still able to hold it up.
Yeah, but now Diff is there. First blood goes over to Please Give Skid. Neo tries to run away, but Tanka secures the kill with the Iron Hook, I believe. Good idea coming in from Adudu, but you're kind of giving time for your opponents to fight back.
Oh, the kiting that is being played by this Please Give Skin is just really good. But the damage from Desert Tornado is just too hard in the early game. I mean, like, giving it towards Cicero along with Neo that playing too aggressive is just so bad. But Phantom Execution trying to catch over this Please Give Skin that is playing super annoying instead of Let of Dawn currently, Lafel.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Khalid is very, very fast once you have the passive up. And even though, yes, he did die, it's good and bad. It's kind of like he wasted their time. But because Neo with the Joy was able to stay in lane, I would say it's not a worth it trade. Zuzu, unable to get Jackie just now. For now, I was going to say that Man of Geniuses, they got a very good start, but that death on Please Give Skin kind of neutralizes everything.
Now they are gonna be trying to get over the turtle, but look at that one. The damage coming from Div after getting the rhythm of Joy is just too painful to be true.
Yep, showing the difference between both players. Box still able to secure just because Jackie is nowhere near. But the thing about a Fanny is you're not really trying to get all of those objectives. You're trying to get kills. Looking at the side lanes for now, Jackie has not has an assist, has not have a kill just yet. Up top, Jackie is there, but it looks like they're not forcing it just yet.
I think like for the Jackie, he really needs to do the rotation, especially towards Cicero. I think like Cicero doing a lot of rotation here to actually trying to help his teammates to get what they want. He was trying to rotate to the bottom lane before and able to secure, and not able to secure it, but in the mid lane he also doing it because I don't think like Brody will be like very perfect options here since like he has always been protected by the Kufra along with the Shadow Strike that is actually gonna cause the stun towards his Fanny. Because if he's still trying to do farm over and over again, I do feel like this box will have a lot of lead later on.
Yeah, at this point, not gonna lie, I kind of feel like Jackie, don't go for scoop boss. try to find Chisero. I kind of feel like the moment you see Chisero at mid, just try to force a kill, because out of all of the lanes, I think the Farsa is the easiest one for you to kill, because going after Neo might be a bit difficult. Going for Scoopos is going to be difficult. So the easiest one is the Farsa. But so far, it does seem like Chisero has been able to roam around without any trouble.
That's the case. That's the case. Oh, the Iron Hook, unable to take someone here from the side of team. Uh, I do the gaming, but look at that one. Who is actually going to be securing the purple buff? This is going to be super important for
Ooh.
Jackie.
Yep, Jackie was able to secure it for himself. Please give skin, has to use the flicker, and now Tenka was able to get boxed, but the kill goes over to Div. Now Zuzu has to be careful. Please give skin, instantly jumps in. Jackie is in the fight. Zuzu is gonna get taken down by Div, and this time Jackie has the eyes on the bird. Chisero gets taken down. Neil is gonna get chased as well, and Jackie's like, "You trying to take my buff? I take your life." Double kill. Both Jackie as well as Please Give Skin has their first item. Scoop Boss as well as Han at the top lane. Scoop Boss unable to get a kill. Same with Han, but Jackie is there. Tenka sees an opportunity, but neither of them secures a kill.
That is the power for the Vanny that is rotating around. This is what we are looking for when we see a Vanny inside of the land of the rotation, the very fast rotation. But look at that one. The Terror Rage has been used from Tenka.
Yep, Tenka was able to pull in Scoopos, but again, his team is not there just yet. A little bit of misplay, but I think it's not that bad.
Still able to get it, trade it to Zero along with it, Tenka here. But Div, actually, it's just like so good to see the rotation and also the movement coming from Div. I mean, like the damage that he is dealing actually is just like so big, because he is currently, if I'm not mistaken, the highest gold lead here coming from the side of Team Man of Geniuses, and he's been using really good resources from the side of Adudu Gaming. He's been using the Muse Ultimate. He's also been using the Boxes one, I think. So I think like because of that, they were having a very good damage as well coming from the side of Team Man of Geniuses.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Zuzu had a pretty good angle to stop the Franco, but it was just like, I don't know, 1 or 2 pixels off, and now Jackie goes after Box. Box is taking way too much damage. Killing spree for Jackie. Hold on. Is Box using a damage build? That he took way too much damage.
I think that is the case here. We're still gonna be waiting for the item build later to be shown, but that is super possible. Or maybe he doesn't have any magical defense yet, because the Pyro Astrac just now actually bursting him down very fast. But in the bottom lane, please give Keen in quite a hard situation.
Yep, able to heal it up, and Div flickers forward using the Rhythm of Joy, going up against Neo. Neo is able to survive by not by much. The Vengeance can help you out, but Div right now it's kind of a monster. And Box having the War Axe, perhaps he is going for that damage build.
I think that is why they're letting go the Joy. They have the Valentina that is using the Rhythm of Joy, so it's so much sense. It makes so much sense right now with all of the things that they have been doing. And the Genius one is there coming from Valentina, but the item is actually not quite finished coming from Box.
Yep, it looks like he is going for a pretty damaged kind of build. Zuzu finds 2. Han goes in with the Blazing Duet. Please Give Skin immediately goes to the back. Jackie secures a kill, as well as the turtle. Please Give Skin is looking at Scoopos. Scoopos is able to go away. And then Box, he was thinking about it, but he doesn't want to re-engage. Han was very low, but he helped out quite a lot in that turtle take.
They are able to secure 1 point. It's 4 into 12 here. The game right now, so far, is being held by Man of Genius, by all of the...
Oh, Jackie. Jackie finds Scoopos. Jackie wants to go for it. Scoopos gets ton, but Scoopos gets the kill. Torn apart memory for the win.
That is the case when you're going against a Brody, one of the hero that is actually gonna be very good to go against an assassin. And the torn apart memory along with the juke is just coming really good for Scoopos. He's able to actually hold it up.
And now Neo gets suppressed. Nowhere for you to go. Unstoppable for Div. Neo with 1, 5, and 0 is not having a good game.
It is not. It is not. For the Lancelot, it's supposed to take care over this, maybe the Valentina along with Kalad, but it is not the case here. Even Box receiving so much damage coming from Place Give Kid, and the surprise happened towards Suzu right now.
Yeah, but Zuzu was caught. Box, you gotta be careful. I gotta say, I think he really needs at least a Dreadnought armor because there's so many skills coming in from the Khalid, coming in from the Fanny. If you don't have a Dreadnought, I kind of feel like you're just gonna take a lot of free damage. And now Box is looking at please give skin. But the airstrike has been used. Chisero is gonna get chased down. Scoopos in the back line finds please give skin, using the quick sign guard, trying to heal everything up. And Box is there, but the kill goes over to Scoopos in the back line. Somehow, Han was caught by Neo, and Neo secures the kill. Looks like now Men of Geniuses are starting to make mistakes. Jackie is going for Neo. Neo gets taken down. Zuzu unable to catch him in the mid lane now. Tenka has to go back. By the airstrike used by Chisero, and they're just gonna siege the mid lane turret.
They just want to secure the objective right here. They even try to go over the first turtle, the first lord here. But you know what? The Vanny is still there. The Jackie is still there. They're gonna be trying to go for it, but I don't think that is gonna be the case here. Since Fox will secure over the lord while exchanging it with the Cicero.
Yep, Fanny gets the kill onto the Farsa, and I kind of feel like that is more of the safer choice because I don't think dying for this Lord is gonna be worth it. Box has to go away. Looks like Man of Geniuses is able to trade the mid as well. And this is just an elemental Lord. I think dying for it is not gonna be good. Now all 5 members for both teams is online. Zuzu gets suppressed, but the damage is not there.
They are not going for it, but the Vanny actually going from behind, and Jackie receiving tons of damage. The Rhythm of Joy is not there yet to actually try to get a kill towards this Vanny.
Yep, he has to be very careful about Scoopos as well because the stun doesn't look like much, but actually quite is able to stop you for quite a long time, at least enough time for significant damage to be used. Jackie, it looks like he doesn't have the purple buff. Now he has to retreat, and it looks like both Div as well as Tenka, they're trying their best to protect it.
I think they really need to let it be given to Devani, because Devani is actually doing a lot of the rotation here for the cutting the minion, trying to push it back, and for the Han, I really want to see what is the progress coming from Han, because Han, with the Wind of Nature, I do think like he is needed right now for the big war. They really need to have a big setup here with the war that can happen. I mean, with the he already have the 3 items that he needs to actually dive in and try to push it back towards Cicero, especially, and also Scoopos.
Right now, my pseudo concern is Box is really going for full damage. The next item he is going for is going to be the Endless Battle, so Box has to be careful when he engages. Neo has the Genius one. It looks like they're making sure that Neo is the tankier one. He has the Dominance Ice. Kind of feel like at this point he needs some kind of magic resist as well. He has the Dreadnought armor. Probably best to fully upgrade it all the way to an Antique Cuirass, because so far Neo without the Vengeance really doesn't seem to be that tanky.
And for the Scoopos already having the ability pair, but after that Mavic Roar, I think like the rest of the player for from the side of Men of Geniuses need to be careful, because this Brody deals tons of damage. 4 items inside of his hand already, and I think like the Tenkas should not use the Surprise unless it's for Neo or even going for the Scoopos. They really need to focus over that hero. I mean, boxes can be held by Jackie or even place gift skin at this point. And this is a 9 seconds left for the Lord, second Lord inside of the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, I gotta feel like just let Jackie kill over Chisero and then everyone else try to get Scoopos, because Scoopos is the real threat here. 4, 1, and 1 compared to Box 0, 2, and 4, Chisero 0, 4, and 4, Neo 2, 6, and 0. As long as Scoopos gets taken down, I kind of feel like that is the big green button for Men of Geniuses to go for the fight. Neo is just stationing in that bush there. But down here, it looks like Tenka is able to get Scoopos. Double kill for Jackie, finding the far side as well. Box able to take down Han, and Neo goes to the back line, tries to get onto Div. Please give. Skin is trying to give the protection and gets a kill onto Neo. Tenka is very, very low. It looks like Tenka is gonna get taken down. Box secures the kill. Please give. Skin finds Box, finds Zuzu, and Jackie is there, and it is a wipeout. Team Adudu Gaming gets taken out.
I didn't see that they're able to survive that one. I mean, it's only one HP left, and Neo almost reached him. He almost get caught right there, but he's able to be safe, and also Please Give Skin's defense movement with 2 Malefic Roar coming from Vanny along with the Please Give Skin. That is why the damage coming from the side of Man of Geniuses is just too painful. But the opening with Scoopos that is being bloody hunted by the Tanka, the one that is causing that chaotic moment.
Well, like I said, the one that they really should be paying attention to is Scoopos, and Scoopos doesn't have a dash unless he has his flicker. So the moment Tenka finds a spot, can immediately like just shut him down. Even though Han in this game doesn't look to be doing that well, but at this point it kind of doesn't matter. As long as Jackie can get the kills, it's gonna be good. Looking at the game so far, this best of 7 might go for might go 7 games. It's already going to be an early 1-1.
Yeah, I do believe so. Like 7 games, all of them putting everything here because they want to be the best team. They want to be the best player for the scouting ground at this point. And they are showing it really great. I mean, like, the difference is coming from the first game and also the second game. It's like how they are reacting inside of the line of how they are doing it. But I think this is like kind of slight mistake because they are unable to actually getting the advantage over the Lord that is pushing from the bottom lane. They only will be able to take over the inner turret in the mid lane.
Well, we talked about them losing because of the draft. I kind of feel like in game number 2, it looks like they might be winning because of the draft. And now Box tries to make sure that he can clear the waves. Zuzu has been taken off the map. 1, 5, and 3, not doing too well on this Kufra so far. Please Give Skin engages right in. Perhaps that's a very bad engage. Kupos gets the kill. Neo tries to get something for himself as well, but this is why the Joy might not be the best for a tanky EXP lane. Unable to take a lot of damage, but after the Tina shield, maybe can deal with Diff now.
Is it because also they don't have like someone else to actually help up the Kufra to have the moment? Back again, I mean like Kufra is more into the momentum kind of situation. And sometimes Zuzu was doing a really great about it. But if we can talk about like so far, the rest of the player coming from the side of team Man of Genius is not doing it, but on the mid lane, Zuzu.
Yep, Zuzu goes in, but he's gonna get taken down. Chisero doing quite a lot of damage. Jackie in the back line tries to find Scoopos. Scoopos with the wind of nature is able to survive. Box gets a kill onto Tenka. Tenka and Han has been taken out. Kinda because of the engage coming in from Zuzu, but I almost want to say it's mostly because the damage coming in from Chisero is a little bit too much for the team to handle.
Oh, I mean, like, this is Farsha going for 17 minutes inside of the Land of Dawn. Definitely, the penetration, the damage is just gonna be so huge. But the opening, I mean, like, I talked about this before, like, how they really need a moment. And despite Zuzu needs to be taken down on that moment, but they are able to secure a Han, at least, along with Tenka. So the exchange for it actually giving them more time to drag this game right to the late game, which Neo or maybe Chisero will take the advantage of it, and also Zuzu needs to do something regarding over that.
Oh, and now looks like the Lord is gonna get secured by Box. Han finds a kill onto Neo. I'm sorry, I missed that from happening. I don't know what happened, but I guess Neo tried to do something, just wasn't able to do enough.
He was trying to actually hold the players coming from the side of team Man of Genesis, but eventually the Bloody Han actually able to put him in owl because it was receiving
I see.
lots of things to be handled. Like
Chisero having to use the the Winter Truncheon,
Ooh.
but the Winter Truncheon has expired. Div gets a kill, legendary now, and Jackie finds Zuzu.
Scoop Boss.
Zuzu is probably gonna be taken away. Scoop Boss using the ult, able to take him down, but Jackie was able to buy the immortality just in time. And only Box and Neo is just left. Div is looking for Box. And Div really is the difference maker in this game. 9, 0, and 6. Box tries to run away, finds Han, but the kill still goes over to Div, having an amazing game on this Valentina.
He is just so good with the Valentina for this game, but the Joy using the rhythm of Joy and trying to buy some time here, but ended up being picked off by Men of Genesis, and now Men of Genesis will be having the mid lane inhibitor, I guess.
Yep, Chisero, very good dodge for both skills, even though only moving like just by a little bit, like a few millicentimeters. Tenka was not able to hit the iron hook. I kind of feel like if he did, that would have been game over because, yeah, but either ways, good defense by Chisero for now.
Good defense. It's still 19 minutes inside of the game, going for 20. I think this is the longest game so far inside of the scouting grounds. They are still trying to figure out how to actually win the game here. It's not over yet for the Men of Genesis along with Adudu Gaming. They're still trying to put the chess things here inside of the Land of Dawn. They want to know how to be able to actually get a kill. For the side of Men of Genesis, it's simple. Get Kupos down because Kupos dealing tons of damage and creating chaotic movement for the side of team Men of Genesis. While for the side of Team Adudu Gaming, if they're able to get the div or maybe Jackie, that will be nice.
Yep, and now Jackie able to deal quite a bit of damage onto Box, but at this point, Box has skilled up, has some defenses with the Thunderbelt, even though it's not the greatest defensive item to deal with the Fanny, but it looks like it is going to be enough. Jackie really has to just be like, you know, I only see the Farsa, and that's what I'm going for. So far, Adudu Gaming, they're moving as a unit. They're moving as 4, making it so that no one will get picked off by the Jackie or by Tenka. So this is how they're delaying the game by playing the macro game.
Yeah, they're just gonna be trying to get everything that they can at this point because they really need the CCH much as they can to do the big war. And Cicero, he is doing what he can with the positioning. He really needs that one. He needs to deal the damage towards Men of Genesis. He is gonna be dealing tons of it with the Farsha, with the level 21. It's definitely full item with Divine Blade, perhaps that is gonna be dealing burning and also penetrating the damage towards him under the gaming. But 10k is the main target right now.
Yep, pop the immortality, please give skin, goes to Scoopos and Chisero is able to get away, gets the kill. Han with the blazing duet, one Scoopos, gets Scoopos. Jackie finds the kill as well onto Boss Chisero. You're probably gonna be taken down, and Zuzu super low. Jackie probably has to back off. This is a good time. Go for the Lord. Try to go for a safer end.
Oh, this is not looking good. They have Jackie on Man of Genesis. They will be able to secure the Lord perhaps unless somebody make a mistake here, especially the retribution. Maybe they will be using the Federal Strike here, trying to get it back towards team of Man of Genesis. They are doing what they can, but oh.
Yep, they were able to get Please Give Skin, gets bursted down almost instantly, and just with that, they're able to delay the Lord, reset the Lord. If they want to go for it again, 10 seconds, Box is going to come back up. This is not a good Lord for you to force out. I kind of feel like Men of Geniuses, you got to back off.
Oh, they really want to force it back, and I don't think like that is the case here. They're just gonna be waiting for Place Give Skin. That is currently still a long way to be spawned inside of the Land of Dawn. So, Man of
Diff has not died yet.
Yeah, not even once. It's 23 minutes inside of the game.
Yeah, and let's see. It altogether 46 kills in this game. 46 kills in this game, and Diff is not a contributor when it comes to death. He got a lot of kills, but he hasn't died once. If we're scouting here, you know, Diff as a mid laner is doing quite well. And now the Lord is gonna get bursted down quite fast. It looks like Men of Geniuses could not respond.
They are not going to have the war here. I think like it's quite
Oof.
gambling if they want to do it. But if they're trying, maybe because they were thinking they were having the inner in the mid lane and along with the bottom lane, so they will try to hold the top lane as much as they can here, and trying to play in the high ground situation. I mean, look at the skills that they're having. Div, if he is getting really perfect uh, kills here, especially for Zuzu or maybe to C0 one, the high ground will be very good for the side of team. Uh, a man of geniuses.
Yep. And now the Lord is up top. Team Adudu Gaming. They will try to figure out a way to end the game. Jackie is gonna clear the
Neo.
minions. Zio right now Neo is taking way too much damage, and Jackie is preventing Team Adudu Gaming to end because you can't end without minions. The minion is marching down bottom as well as top, but it looks like Men of Geniuses, they're gonna slow it down a little bit. Zuzu looking for an opportunity. Doesn't seem like he's gonna find it. It is going to be a good hook coming in from Tenka, but only finding Zuzu. Zuzu has to use the flicker. Jackie still wants to go in, and Zuzu gets baited out. Please give skin. 4-man gets taken down. Scoopos gets a kill onto Han, but Chisero on the side is using the feather. S right now is trying to fly away, able to dodge everything coming in from Div. Neo gets a double kill. Please give skin and Div are the only two members of Man of Geniuses still alive. Never mind that. Div is the only one standing, still not dying. I want to see if Adudu Gaming wants to take him out before they end the game, because at this point, the fastest someone is going to spawn is 30 seconds, and that's the Franco.
That is the Franco, but they've actually tried to hold all of the pushes from the side of Team Adudu Gaming, but I don't think it's gonna be for so long. The shutdown happened, and the second game will be given to the side of Adudu Gaming. Man of Geniuses, they were holding the game for quite long. They are actually leading 70% of the game previously until that one moment when actually they are unable to take down Spoopos and let the rest of the player of team Adudu Gaming taking the advantage of it and winning that one.
You know, it's a good game when there's no bronze medal being awarded to
Yeah.
either team. That was an amazing game. I kind of feel like we cast cursed it by calling it a little bit too early, saying like, "Oh yeah, Men of Geniuses got this." You know, they should be able to end, but unfortunately, they couldn't. And I gotta say, Scoopos played well, but Chisero himself, you know, dealt quite a lot of damage. 72,000 damage, was able to deal damage whenever he can. And despite having both the Claude as well as the Fanny, it doesn't look like Chisero was punished that much. Sure, it gets killed quite a few times, but it doesn't look like he was a burden to the team, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's trying so hard to actually having, but the position is not really easy to be hold up. You know, I mean, like they're going against a Franco, Vanny, along with Halid. Everyone targeting the Farsha along with the Cloud even.
Yeah.
Like everyone's targeting him. He is unable to actually perform with the hero that he's been using. But Neo actually causing a lot of nuisance towards Team Men of Geniuses, despite that he's being picked off a lot. But I think like his rotation actually buying a lot of times, and without having the Lord on the hand of Men of Geniuses, like Adudu Gaming, they are just like able to hold it up, especially canceling the Lord taking for the Chisero along with Zuzu, the only two players that actually going for that way. It's delaying the time for Adudu to actually get the win.
You know what? At this point, I feel like this is a good way to segue to actually call in a help from a pro player to talk more about the post game here. Let's invite Matt into the conversation and see what he thinks about the game. Matt, I'm just gonna ask you the question straight up. What do you think about the game so far?
You all can hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you. We can hear you. Just now we can't.
For me, two team Adudu should can win because I see they will draft so far. But
Mhm.
I see for thing from 1 and 5. So I get the goat not so different, but
Mm-hmm.
emoji should can get that.
Okay.
Madudu not overextend.
Yeah, so you got cut off just a little bit, but I think I understand what you're saying. You think Adudu is a pretty good team, even with that kind of draft. And even though like the goal difference, like even though like Jackie was doing well and everything, the goal difference wasn't that far. They didn't overextend. They didn't make too many mistakes. In Adudu Gaming, if I can ask, who do you think performed really well? Which role performed really well?
From which
Honestly, either of the teams, you know what, I'm even gonna speak bahasa here, Matt. Like rasanya antara dua-dua pasukan, role mana atau player mana yang perform dengan sangat bagus?
emoji so many for me,
Um,
like from port. What the
Man of Geniuses dan Adudu.
emoji I think diff.
oh, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like, we completely agree with that, right? Uh, the Dave movement actually, like, showing a lot of things and is proving a lot. I mean, with the Valentina going for the early game was showing a true potential, stealing the Joy skill and doing everything.
So, Matt, you play side lane, right? You play gold lane and EXP.
yeah.
How do you think the performance coming in from gold lane and EXP for both teams? Because gua rasa Han tadi menggunakan Claude. Is it okay, or do you think he needs to improve?
For me, Cloud ini game nggak bisa terlalu terlalu banyak apa bersinar. Soalnya emang agak susah.
Mm-hmm.
Pertama dia pasti kalah lane. Kan. Terus
Hmm.
kenapa aku bisa bilang draft jauh karena dari god lane kalah hero, terus empatnya pun menurut aku seharusnya kalau dia sama Brody bisa satu lawan satu, terus cuman karena banyak over boleh.
It's so interesting because I think the most important part about what you said gets cut off. Benda-benda yang penting aja yang di-cut, but I think we roughly understand. You feel like the Claude could be used a little bit more because you were looking at the laning phase, the 1v1, the Brody going up against the Claude. The Brody should be able to bully the Claude a little bit more, but it's kind of a passive lane for both of them. So at least that's what I think you were saying. There was a bit cut, but I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think I also having the same kind of situation to hear the match here. Tapi Matt, kalau kamu lihat secara garis besarnya di sini sih, yang paling membuat kamu tertarik tuh apa sih? Dari role mana sih? Apakah dari robe-nya, apakah dari EXP, ataupun dari gold, atau dari jungle sendiri?
Dari dua ini
Dari kedua ini. Yang paling menarik perhatian kamu secara laning phase ataupun yang lainnya?
kalau dari aduh belum terlalu lihat sih, paling
Mhm.
kayak lu yang kelihatan mungkin dari god lane-nya tadi
Ah.
terlalu lihat. Cuma kalau dari emoji kayak lumayan banyak dari Khalid yang banyak buat moker, Fanny juga dia kebanyakan setiap rotasi dapat kill segala macem. Jadi bingung kalau disuruh pilih salah satu, tapi lebih kebanyakan dari tim emoji. Antara
Oh,
antara Fanny kalau nggak mungkin tanknya juga bagus sih. Rob support sama hypernya antara tiga itu mungkin.
okay. So he got
Did-
confused, huh?
No, like just to translate, Matt is like, it's kind of hard. It's hard to choose from a doo-doo. Not sure which which one is like overperforming or underperforming. But when he's looking at Men of Geniuses, almost everyone is performing very well, which is this is the great thing about scouting grounds. Even if you're losing, if you're showing potential that you can do great plays, because the Khalid got a very good ult, very a lot of times getting 3 people, getting 4, getting 5. So he's performing. Fanny gets a lot of kills. Matt even said even the roamer did it so well. So I don't know. So far there's 2-0, but Man of Geniuses is showing quite a lot actually.
Yeah, showing a lot of things to be shown right here. But I think that is super interesting to see what is actually going to happen right here. But I think we will be seeing it later in the third game, third game. What will happen? That is going to be the question right here. So we will see you guys again for the third game. So everyone, please don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the Scouting Ground Mobilizes Bang Bang by Team Secret, because we will be back after this short break. welcome back here to the Scouting Grounds Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Team Secret. Back with me, Velajiv and also Lafel for the third game of this grand final in this day.
Yep, and so far we thought it would be a 1-for-1, but it's been a 2-0, and we were able to get Matt to get his opinion as well. Quite interesting, where he's saying even though Man of Genius has lost, but honestly a lot of the members showed a lot of potential. So this is very interesting, where during the game, everyone is kind of like raw. You're showing everything about yourself, because we're gonna look at the decision making as well as I would say your mechanics as well. Both of those things are definitely gonna be something that everyone will be paying attention to. But again, just to update everyone on the score, Adudu Gaming going up against Men of Geniuses. It is 2-0. If Adudu Gaming secures 2 more wins, it's gonna be over, because 4 wins is all you need in a best of 7.
Yeah, they just need 2 more wins, but so far I think like the road is not like going real well here, because like Man of Genius is able to hold the game almost for 30 minutes inside of the land of down and causing so much trouble for other gaming. I want to see more later coming from Man of Geniuses. Like just we said before in the first game, like before the game even, we think like this might be going for 7 games, because everything can happen inside of this one. They were thinking carefully about the draft. They were thinking about the way that they need to initiate. They are doing a lot of discipline. The change, the shift even coming from first game and to the second game is just like so different. So I want to see more. I want them to heat up and try to give their best for the third one.
Honestly, looking at how the game has been played, as long as Men of Geniuses have a pretty good draft, they have a lot going for them. I kind of feel like Adudu Gaming is winning the game based on their experiences, and I kind of feel like that is what Matt is looking at as well. It's like, yes, you guys are winning because you're making the right decisions. It's just that Men of Geniuses, they always find these good opportunities. They just don't know how to close the game just yet, and those are the kind of things that people can teach you. Those are the things that you can learn. So I feel like in the third game, as long as Men of Geniuses doesn't do bad in the draft, it should be okay. And Neo on that Joy did not work out, because the Joy has been nerfed quite a lot when it comes to the tankiness. Has been buffed when it comes to damage, but has been nerfed to the tankiness. So they gotta watch out for that as well.
Yeah, so I think like they might be considering a lot here. And I think it's about the Valentina as well. As long as you have the Valentina on the opponent, like the Joy might not be safe here. I mean, like look at that Joy was like the show that's supposed to come for the show that is coming supposed to the Joy is not really working, and the one who's noticed is actually Valentina and Joy. They are no longer wanted to be played inside of the land of that. They don't want Men of Geniuses to take it as well. So yeah, better not having both of the teams play for it. Ban it, ban Kaja. Let's ban heroes that we don't want to see. Arlot maybe.
Shout outs to the Joy. Cambodia really likes Joy. Shout outs to Cambodia. Jomrip sir. Kaja has been banned. I kind of feel like for both these teams, they just don't want to get punished, because as we saw, if you have a very good engager, you could get punished quite heavily. I just wonder. Men of Geniuses have shown Tenka can use the Franco well-ish. It's not like 100% hook rate, but I think I just want to see if Zuzu's like, okay, now I know you can use a Franco. Either gonna pick something that can counter the Franco, or he wants to take him for himself.
Yeah, I think like it's a possibility here, but Minsitar, the one that he has been banned for 2 games so far, still available. I kind of like think if they are gonna be trying to pull out the Minsitar here, trying to get it, but with what kind of draft, what kind of movement that they will plan it together. Because Fredrin is also being bad. I mean, like we know that it is being used by Box before, but is it like super early? Isn't it too early to actually ban it over the Fredrin here, unless they are having plan here?
I think it's fine for 2 things, because number one, they know that the 1-1 is gonna get banned by Adudu Gaming. So if you ban the Fredrin, you're gonna open up a lot of OP heroes, Valentina, the Arlet. So the opportunity for them to get something strong as a first pick is very high. And the thing is, we have a term for a Fredrin that doesn't care about farm, only uses the retribution towards hero. We call it the Psycho Fredrin, and Box has been shown he is quite a psycho in the game using the Fredrin, so he is deserving of the title Psycho Fredrin as well, where we definitely saw even like I don't know, was it below 2 minutes that he went immediately on to Han, and Han could
Oh
not
yeah.
survive the laning phase anymore. So I kind of feel like that's the reason. It's like okay, don't give Box the Fredrin. It's kind of unfair.
Yeah, and now Arnold is also big bad. I do remember, I think like it's a 1 minute 20 seconds when he is actually going for Han in the top lane with three mans going on right there. So yeah, no more Arlott. So they are trying to eliminate every possibility hero, but it's kind of unique here that they
I
are the one.
wonder if they want Mincetar because they haven't picked up the Mincetar as well.
That is a probability here. I mean, like look at the hero pool of hero that they can choose. I mean, like Glue, Faramis, a Mensitar. They can even try to pick. I don't know, tons of heroes. Ow, and Novaria also being bad here. Yeah, Novaria haven't been picked. So are they gonna be prioritizing over that, or maybe Glue or Faramis will be picked here by the side of Man of Genius?
I kind of feel like because Diff is so good with the Valentina, maybe you can just let the Faramis go, and then you take the Valentina to fight that kind of matchup. The Glue is fine, but I kind of feel like Chisero will actually no. You know what? Even though the Faramis can counter the Glue, I kind of feel like yeah, I kind of feel like if they pick up the Glue, Chisero is just gonna pick up the Valentina. So I think this is a little bit safer. Maybe they will go for a Glue Faramis, but Neo doesn't seem. I mean, Neo can use the Glue very very well, but he has shown in previous games that he is also okay to counter the Glue with something like a Badang.
Mm-hmm. So is it gonna be other hero that is gonna be picked here, or they're just gonna left out the Mincetar? They're not gonna be focusing over that one. They're just gonna be taking the Glue with the carrier maybe, or even with the Faramis. But it's gonna be the Lancelot that they choose for other gaming. So for the side of Man of Geniuses, they can try to pick over maybe.
I think Kufra is good here.
Yeah, it's gonna be super good if they're gonna be going for that. Or maybe if they want to more into the single target hero, Franco is still available. Though we know that actually they are been using that kind of hero previously. But if it's not, they might be going for the Khalid because previously they are using the Khalid to go with
Mm-hmm.
that, or maybe even the Lapu.
Yeah, either way, I think there's a lot of choices in the EXP. In this series, oh, they're just gonna immediately take the Fanny. They're like, yeah, this Fanny is gonna get banned. We're taking it immediately. Again, they're taking the Khalid. They're leaving the marksman as well as the roamer position open. And now, due to their hovering the Akai can be used as a roamer. And this kind of situation may not be that bad, but the thing is, the Valentina can take the Akai heavy spin as well. So, double-edged sword here.
Oh, that is not good. I was thinking if they are gonna be able to secure the Brody once again, because Brody actually giving so much trouble for Jackie before. I mean, like the dots, the stun, the torn apart memory is actually gonna be a very good one. But no, they are gonna be taking the Franco. They want to shut down this Vanny to not be able to do what he wants, just like the previous game. But it means that the Brody might be get banned here in this phase. Both of them still needing the marksman along with the mage for Adudu and also the roam for Men of Geniuses. If they are gonna be able to use, I mean, like this tree hero is sort of melee hero. So Minotaur still gonna be a very good one if they want to go for engage. But if it's not, Atlas still available on the pool.
Yeah, a lot of coaches have been using the Atlas to counter the Franco. I kind of feel like for Men of Geniuses, they got to look at batting out the Moskov as well as the Brody.
Yeah.
Maybe you could let both of them through because Diff might be able to deal enough damage, but Skupas has been showing that he is willing to use the Moskov, able to win with it as well. So if you just want to give Jackie a very good time, other than those two heroes, I'm drawing a blank of what other marksmen that is very strong going up against something like the Fanny, unless they don't want to pick up unless Adudu Gaming doesn't want a marksman. Maybe they want something like a Harif to fight this composition.
That is a possibility though. I even want to try to go wild here with the three heroes that is actually playing quite early with the Vanny, with the Halid, with the Valentina. I was thinking like Popo and Koopa to play cheesy strats here, trying to go with a very early game situation that might work for Man of Geniuses if they are aiming for that one. But the Farsha battle actually like it's showing the kind of positioning kind of hero that they want for Man of Geniuses in the um, marksman position here. So for Adudu, they might want to try to bat over the roam here. The Atas is
So
activated just like that.
I think both teams are looking at Beatrix. I feel like Men of Geniuses, they want the Beatrix. That's why they're betting the Farsa. If they don't get the Beatrix, they might want the carry. I think that's the reason why they're banning out the Farsa, because Jackie got a lot of kills on the Farsa. Even though, again, Chisero's still able to do well, even when there's a Fanny, even when
Yeah.
there's a Claude. But right now, I just think Man of Geniuses, Beatrix, or carry. I think that's what they're thinking.
It is possible though. I mean, like, it's working really good for both of the things, but Man of Geniuses with the carry is gonna be like so much better at this point. But no, I think they just want to deny that one. They don't want
I've been waiting
Man of
for
Geniuses
too
to
long.
actually get the Beatrix. So carry is the one that's being picked by Adudu here. So they need to reveal the roam and also the marksman from the side of Man of Geniuses. So I think if they're picking over the Beatrix, they need someone to actually help him to set it up. With the Khalid actually is very good, but if they can get more from that, actually it's gonna be so much better. I mean Ruby is still gonna be there if they need a lot of CC coming from the roam, but if it's not, I mean like once again, they still can pick maybe even Mino, even Tigreal might work for this.
Yeah, again, Beatrix is gonna get picked. I kind of feel like Minotaur. Honestly, a lot of roamers would be pretty solid here, and yeah, Minotaur is gonna get picked up. Like you said, a lot of melee heroes, and even though Carry is a range damager, the range is very short. Might as well call it a mid, anyways. So the draft coming in from Men of Geniuses, I think is pretty solid. I think even though there is a lot of ways Adudu Gaming can fight against Men of Geniuses, I don't think they lose the draft for now. It looks very solid in my point of view.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like very good. I mean, like, early condition, they have it. Mid game, if they're doing it really well, especially if they are able to snowball the movement, it's going really good. The combo is also like very good coming from the side of Men of Geniuses. But from the side of Adudu Gaming, they need someone to actually play quite early as well to help the Lancelot movement. And I think with the setup, Eve is also like one of the things that can protect the curry with the real world manipulation, slowing the tempo, slowing the movement coming from the Men of Geniuses. Despite that, again, it's quite risky because it's going against a Valentina. So a big skill here to be given towards this Valentina, and Dave was showing a really good performance before. Will they be able to get the win? That is the question right now.
Well, Chisero has been shown to be able to do quite well with the Eve so far, even though I almost want to say a lot of heroes can counter what the Eve wants to do here, because you're going to be very stationary when you use the Rebel manipulation. But at this point, you almost kind of don't want to care, because sure, the Valentina can take away the Rebel manipulation, but the big difference is the Valentina will not have maximum stacks on the Rebel manipulation, so you cannot tap a lot, you can only tap the minimum amount. But as a Valentina as well, I kind of don't care. I just want the box to stop everyone from moving around freely. If you want to go, fine, you can go, but you're going to get stunned up for a little bit. We saw the drafts just now. I kind of feel like it is pretty solid for both teams. Chisero again, both mid laners, honestly, look absolutely amazing. I want to see if it's going to be the same thing for game number 3. We're going to jump into the game for this one in the scouting grounds, where Adudu Gaming is gonna let the pause to go through. Fanny is asking for a pause. Jackie's asking for a pause. And perhaps they settled it.
Yeah, I think they were
Good.
giving
Pause.
the-
Pause. Khalid asking for the pause as well. Pause. All right, cool.
Okay, they are gonna be giving the pause here. So yeah, we are seeing the buff here. So Jackie is choosing over the high and dry here. Definitely he wants to get the Scoopos and Scoopos with the flicker. I think this is the case. Like Scoopos doesn't have what he had previously, which is a stun, a mini stun that can give him time to actually escape from the moment. But he have two dashes now. One from the flicker, one from the second scale here coming from the carry itself. And Cicero actually gonna be helping him to actually leave for that one. But again, I mean, like this is like three mans that is gonna be able to dive in with Div, with Checky, with Please Give Scan, three heroes that is gonna be able to focus on school boss. What will happen? What is gonna be the case here? So it's gonna be Neo's Cicero along with Zuzu's job to actually stop the movement coming from the side of Team uh, Adru Gaming.
Yep, now we're jumping back into the game, looking at the gold lane. Looks like for both marksmen here, not going to be too overly aggressive. Kind of feel like Hunt, if he switches over to the snipe, perhaps could get a few good runner shots against the carry, because the carry doesn't seem like is going to be able to do well. Both of the roamers are here as well. The Minotaur is positioned just to see where Box is. The fact that you don't see Box down bottom, you can make an educated guess by saying he's somewhere up top.
He's just like gonna be trying to roam around, but look at that. But actually, Fox meeting Jackie in the top lane, but no one actually gonna be stopping the Jackie, and actually, he's really receiving too much damage. It's quite early movement with the steel cable and also the cutthroat coming from Jackie just now.
Yeah, if Jackie had, I don't know, two more cables in him, if he had enough energy, I kind of feel like he would have totally gone for it. But now Box, he has to be careful. He used the retribution early, but by the time this turtle spawns, it is gonna be up. Now Box, Zuzu, as well as Neo is hovering around the turtle. 4 members, no, now 5. All 5 members are in. Please Give Skin goes in, but Box still able to secure the turtle for himself. First blood goes over to Please Give Skin, able to take down Zuzu.
Oh, securing the turtle is actually like very good movement coming from the side of Team Andrew Gaming, and now with that, I think like the carry is trying to get what he wants so far, but the gold is actually going really great here for both Han and also Kupos. And with 1-0, actually, this is same kind of first game when we saw a lot of movement has been done, but there is not a lot of kill per minute or even finishing something inside of the war. Like they just like want to play it quite safe. And I think because of that, Jackie needs to do something since he already receiving level 6, so he needs to do what he can at this moment.
Now, so far it has been kind of a quiet game. We got a kill at the turtle. That's all well and good, but it looks like Jackie with this Fanny wants to play it a little bit slow. Chisero has to use the flicker, and now Jackie is in, finds Zuzu. Zuzu able to get a good catch, but he is going to sacrifice his own life. Div now 1-0-1, having 100% kill participation in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, again, Div was showing a really good show off here with the real one population that he is doing towards Cicero and able to secure Zuzu for second time here. Zuzu, whenever he show up, he wants to pick off somebody definitely coming from the side of Team Adudu Gaming, but it's not gonna be that easy. The lineup coming from Tanko with the heal as well, and also the CC that he is receiving is actually quite nuisance for him. And it's a 2-0. The difference of gold actually is not too far from one and the other. I mean, like the gold lane is very quiet. They just like want to farm and farm. And while for Han, he's trying to save his movement. Oops, Jackie.
Yep. This time, Neo seems to have a bit of an advantage in his own lane. Tries to steal over the purple buff. I didn't catch it, whether Jackie was able to secure it or not. But either ways, this is definitely a slower paced game compared to the previous one. I kind of feel like Zuzu is not looking like he's pretty comfortable on Franco. Maybe that's part of the reason why. In terms of itemization, Jackie already has the Blade of Heptasy, so a lot of damage there. Please Give Skin gets taken down, locked down by Zuzu.
Yeah, finally they got what they want here, stopping the movement from Blitzkrieg and even securing over the turtle. While for the bottom lane, School Boss will be able to survive that one, while Jackie is the one that being picked off here by the side of team Adult Gaming, and it's one of the good kill.
Yeah, for now, looks like Jackie is also feeling the pressure. Zuzu was able to get a pull, but no one there to follow up. This time, I gotta say, both teams, well, I actually want to say Adudu Gaming, they're not moving as a unit just yet. Neo is just all about a 1v1s, and now Jackie wants to try to get a kill onto Neo. Neo already using his own flicker, trying to get away. Diff is finally there, and Jackie secures the kill. Please Give Skin now has the Blade of Heptases. Should be able to get a kill every once in a while, but now down a bot, Chisero, Scoopwas as well as Zuzu. Zuzu, can you get a hook in? You find the Minotaur. The Minotaur is going to get suppressed, and Scoopwas is going to deal the free damage. Scoopwas gets the kill. Han has to use his Bendis Rage just to clear the minions.
One by one being picked off here. Tanka, Jackie, and even plays Gift Kid. And now, right now, Jackie seems like aim for someone else, and he's the Radiant Sandstorm, along with the Dash of Tornado, able to get over the school bus, but the real world manipulation actually slowing down the movement coming from the Aduro Gaming to go forward while they are exchanging it for hands. So it's still pretty decent here. Change school bus and also hand.
I was saying how Zuzu with the Franco may not be super comfortable. Looks like it's kind of the same with Tenka, even though it's 0, 1, and 2. You can definitely see that he doesn't find a lot of opportunities for him to use his Minotaur Fury to engage the fights, but that is kind of to be expected because the movement speed on the Minotaur is very, very slow. You almost want to play a reactionary rather than proactive. If you have a very good position on the map, sure, you could go more proactive, but a big difference here, Neo is able to take a lot coming in from Jackie compared to when he was using the Joy just now, but still gonna get taken down by Diff. A little bit longer, still goes down nonetheless.
Ooh, Neo, it's just like quite different with the first game, you know, like second and third game, he's just like losing a lot in terms of like movement as well. Like he's being caught a lot by Div. Like Div have this eye to focus over Neo, and we know that glue is actually gonna be a big problem here, especially going for the players from the side of MOG. But it seems like they just like not gonna be focused on the other thing aside of Neo, which is not really good, I think, because Kupos right now having a 2-1 and 1 actually doing a really great job, and the goal actually so far is quite high with 5,800 compared to Beatrix is just reached 4,400.
I also just want to say Diff, he has a Diff build. Usually we see a lot of Valentinas going for the Clock of Destiny, Lightning Truncheon kind of build. Looks like Diff here is wanting more immediate damage, going straight for the Enchanted Talisman as well as the Genius Wand. After this, probably going for a Holy Crystal. So he's doing quite well. He's using his own build for the Valentina. I'm pretty sure a lot of people has used this same build as well. But in professional play, we usually see a more burst-oriented kind of Valentina. But Diff looks like he just wants to participate in the fight as much as he can.
Yeah, I mean, like he wants to use IMU as much as he can as well. So I think like it's quite understandable that he is using tons of it. But in the bottom lane, oh well, in the mid lane we are seeing Tenka being picked up. While in the bottom, it's a battle 1-for-1. Box versus Jack here, and it's been taken by Box with 3, 0, and 1 so far.
Yep, and look at that hook, able to get Han. Han able to flicker out of it, but the real world manipulation is going to make sure that he gets taken down. Box joining the fight. This is almost the same kind of lineup for both teams, only small differences here, but a very big difference when it comes to the play. The gaming now is looking much, much better compared to game number 2.
Ooh, they are much more insane here for the side of Adudu Gaming, but I think like this Sarah was doing a really great job. This time he's like having a really good position, and no one from the side of team MOG able to go in. I thought like they're gonna be able to focus over the Cicero, but it's not. I mean like the Zeus's presence along with Neo that is sacrificing himself actually open up the way for Cicero and also Skupos to be so open. And I think like I haven't seen the box item build here, but I think like he is much more good for this one with in terms of damage and also tankiness, because when they're doing the 1 versus 1 movement is just like going really well for the side of box here, but the split push that might happen coming from the side of MLBB.
Actually, it's very interesting because I think Box did not change the itemization. Probably he just understood the habits of Jackie. So he's like, okay, you know what? Game number one, you got a little bit lucky. But for game number two, I'm going to show up because it's totally different, even though it's the same heroes, even though I feel like Box did not change his items, same as Jackie. The only different thing is Jackie was able to snowball, getting more kills. And Tenka was almost caught, but not really. Diff finished up the lightning truncheon. Should be having a little bit more damage now in defending his base.
Ooh, it's a high ground condition here. Real world manipulation being used here, but oh,
Jackie comes from behind, able to get Chisero. Nobody knew his positioning. He was waiting at the bush for a very long time.
yeah, he really wants to get over this zero with the real world manipulation. And they are going for the purple buff right here. Jackie was trying to get it, but the damage coming from the curry is actually not enough. Oh, they're still trying to get over this place. Gives kill, but Iron who connect to Han. He's still trying to get back, but the mega kill has been taken, and Jackie jumping in with the cut. Trying to get the top, able to secure Zuzu, but it's not for so long because Koopa's able to get a kill here towards Jackie.
Is it fair for me to say that's probably not worth it? I mean, you don't get the buff, so it's not too punishing, but trading a kill for jungler and roamer may not be that worth it. Now looking at the itemization, Han did not look like he had enough damage to deal with the tankier lineup coming in from Adudu Gaming, only having the Blade of Despair as well as the Malefic Roar. I wasn't entirely sure on the defensive items that Adudu Gaming has, but it looks like the Bandit's Rage was not enough. Even the Nibiru, the basic attack, it was not enough to deal enough damage. And Han now, for more survivability, having the Haas Claw should be okay, but we'll see.
I was expecting the Demon Hunter Sword actually.
Yeah, same.
By the side of this hunt, because it's I mean like it's Neo and also Zuzu, and Zuzu before he wasn't like showing a really good potential, but this Halbert is the one that Jackie choose here for holding the heal coming from Neo, also for the attack damage that he is having. This is the only thing that Fanny can do at this point. I mean, like, they just, like, gonna be able to, okay, clean the wave, try to push it back towards the opponent, try to get something, try to slow down the map control here coming from Adudu Gaming, wait for something else, go back. It's just gonna be repetitive like that. Unless Jackie got the purple buff again and have the condition to actually jump in, try to pick up somebody from the side of team Adudu.
Except this time, I feel like there's not too many good targets for Jackie to go for. Box seems to be able to do just fine going up against the Fanny right now. Scoopos, I'm not so sure, but he should have the win of nature at this point. And Chisero, again, the positioning has been very, very good. And in case any problem seems to happen, the team just follows up very, very fast. So it does seem like Jackie in this fray is unable to really get those 1v1 kills, where in the previous game going up against the Joy he's able to. Now with the high and dry as well, I don't think anyone is really being isolated, so no one is making a mistake going up against Jackie on his Fanny.
And now the Lord is marching to the bottom lane here with all of the offensive immortality here. What is actually going to happen? And please give Kian really needs to do a very good rating stand from to actually open up a way here for Team MLG.
Yep, and Box is rushing in. He dealt quite a bit of damage onto Div. Han using the Ben's Rage, trying to clear the minion as fast as he can. Right now, the Lord is inside the base, but it really should not be that big of a problem. And Scoopos almost gets taken down, but he himself goes down. Please give Skin, uses the flicker to make sure that he gets Scoopos. Now he's trying to tank it away. Tanka able to get a very good knockup onto Neo. Neo still able to survive. Box comes in. Box is still dealing damage against Div, but Div is out damaging him, but the Franco comes in to save Box. And now it's a 2-1. Scoopos gets taken down, but the same can be said as Div and Jackie.
Oh my god, Div was almost getting the kill right there towards Box, but the movement, the throw rolls have him. And I think like it's coming from the side of Team MOG that they are able to actually hold up the push here coming from the side of Team Aduda Gaming. But Raging Sandstorm along with the flicker that is by Please Give Skin actually open up a way. Like Scoop was the main target and they are able to do it without a lot of things. I mean, like it's only Please Give Skin doing that. But Jackie, without the purple buff, is actually unable to like giving all of the damage coming from the side of Team MOG. So yeah, Adudu is still on the lead for that one, especially the suppress that is going to.
Actually, looking back right now, Please Give Skin is taking way too much damage, and Box gets the kill, almost 1v1. Tenka unable to really do anything. He's gonna get taken down. And now Jackie, just like the previous game, is trying to delay the push by actually clearing the minions down mid. And Zuzu gets a kill onto Dev. Probably gets a good iron hook there. The minions down at bot. They're patrolling in. Jackie tries to kill it. Jackie taking quite a little bit of damage. And now the Bennett's Rage is there as well, trying to clear the minions. The minions have spawned as well. The Lord has arrived. They should probably be a little bit more cautious, trying to get a kill there. But you know what? Scoop was just like, yo, Jackie, stop flying around. I'm going to take you down.
And they got it. They got it. Scoop's damage is massive right now. It's crazy. But Blaze Skin still trying to save him, trying to go away from that one. But the surprise going to hard, and the base is way open. So this game, the third game, will be taken by Adudu Gaming, leading the game by 3-0 so far. What a really good performance shown by Team Adudu Gaming. They haven't got beaten once even since the scouting ground Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Team Secret.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity and actually talk a little bit about the itemization, because Han, using the Beatrix, he had an opportunity to have a Fury Hammer in the early game to have a little bit more penetration, but I kind of saw that he did not opt for it. He had the Hasclaw, maybe the Hunter Strike earlier on, perhaps the second item or even the third item would have been fine, but what do I know? I'm just a caster. At this point, I kind of feel like for this post game, it will be much better to bring in a coach. We saw what a pro player has to say. Now we're gonna invite Zico, a coach, to join us in this post-game analysis of what happened in game number 3. And instantly,
Hi, Zico.
Zico, I saw what happened to your camera. Everything was all well and good, and then the camera just dropped down.
Hello.
Hey,
Sorry.
Zico, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. What's up?
All right, you know what? What is up is honestly game number 3. Game number 2 was a little bit closer, but game number 3, Adudu Gaming basically just sweep the floor of Man of Geniuses. What do you think about the third game?
Yeah, I think for the third game, giving out Fanny was a good move for Adudu Gaming, because they already know what MOG will gonna do, what did on previous game. So for me, it was a good move, and giving out Fanny and then picking up Franco for a counter. And as you can see, for Neo, he died twice, but he did had the team had so much space that game. We just didn't notice because we are focusing on kills of Fanny. But what Neo did was, for me, is great, because the others had so much space, and as you can see, Kari has so many items snowball that game.
Yeah, so basically it's just like taking one for the team, man. Neil, sure you die, but you take attention of
Yeah.
like 2 people, 3 people, making sure that certain lanes were empty so that everyone could move in.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about the Fanny going up against the Lancelot. Not sure if you catch the second game, but Box didn't do that well in the second game. In the third game, he did a little bit better. I just want to ask your opinion about the Lancelot with the build. Is it too greedy, or is it fine going for a more damage-oriented build compared to, you know, getting a Guardian Helmet first and then building those defensive items?
For me, it's fine, because they need to have damage early, which they did, because they only have carry for their late game. So picking up War Axe and then Endless Battle is pretty good for me. So as we can see, they had a very strong early game compared to last game because Joy against Khalid is really outmatched.
Yeah, I mean, like for this third game, do you see like a lot of uh things in the certain lane like makes you really like curious about the players? How is the players doing inside of the land of dawn?
Um, from the second game, they kind of lost so much, but MOG did not kind of utilize their early lead. But in this game three, they know what MOG is doing, so they pick counters and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then maximize their early lead, which is for me on game two. If only MOG capitalize and maximize their lead, they could have ended it early.
All right. Now, this is kind of like the closing question before going into game number 4. I want to ask your perspective as a coach. We saw 10 players there, right, for both teams cumulatively. Who do you see watching them play? They have quite the potential to potentially go go to the MPL scene.
I keep my eye on MOG's Rome.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Tenka, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
Tenka.
yeah. Because he knows what to do. He knows how to give space on his teammates, and I think their team just don't know how to control the map yet. So, but for me, their team is really quite promising.
Yeah, I honestly agree. I kind of feel like there are some hiccups here and there, but it's not something that you can't teach. I kind of feel like with proper
Yeah,
guidance, they have a lot to grow. I just
yeah.
want to say thank you very much, Zico. We're gonna let you rest for a bit because going into game number 4, we're gonna need a lot of your insight. So again, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, thank.
Oh,
My voice just said no problem. I'm not talking to you. But yeah, Zico, it's great to have a perspective coming in from a coach. If I'm not mistaken, he's Filipino and now he's basing in Cambodia, which we've seen at MSC. Cambodia is really showing up.
and showing a lot of things, different kind of strategy even been shown by the Cambodia previously. So maybe he's seeking for something, some knowledge and everything coming from the Cambodia. But yeah, I do agree with all of things that Zico have mentioned. It's just like going really great here, and it's just super. I think like emoji needs to do something for that. They
Mm-hmm.
they are sticking out a lot to what they know, and they just like, okay, we got this thing before and it's like really good, so we will try it again. When we are going against a team that having a very good experience, like quite long experience, we need to try to play a little bit tricky against them. And I think like that is the one thing that they need to do previously. But they just like, okay, we're just gonna open another page here. We're gonna be playing the same kind of movement, same rotation, going directly for purple and then going for that neutral jungle. It's being read easily by team Adudu Gaming. So I think like that is the one that also causing so much problem for the side of Team MOG in this uh the third game. So now this is like now or never thing. Just put
Yeah.
all of your cards in front of the table. You just don't need think about what just happened. Just okay. Restart it.
Yep.
This is a blank paper. We just go for it.
MOG needs to play without regrets because we're going into potentially the final game of the grand finals because now it's match point for Adudu Gaming. They just need to win one more to win the entire scouting grounds. And again, this is a scouting ground. Winning is amazing, but we got to look at individual performances because even Coach Zico said Tenka is doing his job pretty well as a roamer, but the entire team needs to understand how to play around the advantages that he has been providing for the team. Right now, Fanny as well as the 1-1 has been banned out. 1-1 again is pretty much a staple here. Men of Geniuses batting out the Novaria as well as the Kaja. This might be a point that we have to see. Men of Geniuses, pick your poison. Do you want to ban out the Fredrin or the Mincitar? At this point, I kind of feel like Mincitar is kind of a waste of a ban, because so far, even when it's up in the air, even if it's open, Little Gaming has not been picking it up.
Yeah, it's being ignored completely, so it's better to ban something else. I mean, the Valentina is still available, but Cicero is well known to use that kind of counter reaction kind of hero. The Farsha is good on Cicero. The Eve is actually good. A lot of positioning as well. Novaria was being played by Cicero and showing really good performance, but Joy is the one that is being banned here, coming from Adudu. So Arlot is one of the hero that was being used by Neo before and showing really good performance as well. So I think like it's really worth to be banned here unless you have a secret to go against an Arlot that is causing so much trouble inside of the Land of Dawn. And I think for the pick here, they're still gonna be able to try to pick over maybe again the Franco. I mean, like we still don't know what kind of things that gonna be played, but you know what? The Franco has been like really popular here to be picked, but who Veramis is still available.
So good chance Adudu. Very good picks are the Glue, as well as the Valentina and the Fredrin. These three heroes so far has been doing quite well for Adudu Gaming. Men of Geniuses, they have an option to pick up the Franco. Adudu, they could take a risk and pick up the Franco instantly here. But no, they're gonna pick up the Valentina. Chisero is like, okay, you've had your fun. It looks it looks amazing on your hands. Let me have the ball. Let me have the Valentina.
And they want to do it, Dev. We will see different kind of Dev, a different kind of hero that is being used by Dev, but Fredrin here is already can maybe potentially with another mage here, because I think like it's just gonna be good if they are gonna be able to secure one good hero to be picked along with the Fredrin. If it's not, I think like if they're gonna be able to pick over uh Lapu is actually gonna be a very good one to dive in, but it depends on what kind of hero that he's gonna be again by Adudu Gaming. I just wonder, like yesterday we saw a lot of Lapu, but today we haven't seen one.
Yeah, because so far it does seem like Please Give Skin prefers the Khalid, and you know what, Neo is just picking whatever is up. I think both teams, they're trying to bait each other out with the Franco pick, because even though the Franco is pretty strong in terms of proactive plays, but the thing is, you can stop the Bloody Hunt with a well-timed a well-timed stun or any kind of crowd control, very hard crowd control, not the soft ones. The Grok has been picked up, which is pretty good because it can be flex of 3 different roles. We've seen Box use the Grok in the jungle. Zuzu has been using the Grok as a roamer, and I'm pretty sure that Neo, if he has to, he can use the Grok in the EXP, but they're gonna show their hand just a little bit. At least this Grok is not going in the jungle.
And it's gonna be a 3 times in a row using the Lancelot here coming from the side of Adudu Gaming, but Carry is actually being the answer here for Man of Genius if they want to melt down this Grok instantly with the presence coming from Carry. But it means they need to try to ban hero that can dive in again. I mean, like there is Grok, there is Lancelot. Actually, that hero is enough to try to focus on Carry. So what kind of hero they will try to pick to attack this one? Because I think like with the Puncture along with the Tron Rose and also the Phantom Execution from the Lancelot, it's just gonna be dealing enough damage to focus over this carry. So Cloud is already being banned. I think if they want to try to ban over, I don't know. I think like it's another diving composition. How maybe even the Lapu is gonna be good.
Yeah. Honestly, with how they've been banning, if they want to ban something boring, even the Matrix could get banned here. Because again, the Grok could go either way. It could go to the EXP, it could go as a roamer. So the safer one is banning. But never mind, they're just like, okay, you know what? Neo has won quite a lot of 1v1s with the Badang, so they're banning out the Badang here. And now I'm thinking for Adudu Gaming, if you want to be a little bit boring, Beatrix is probably a very, very safe pick. If they want to go aggressive, perhaps even the Brody. But if you're going for like a lane win kind of matchup, it doesn't seem like it's a bad matchup for you to just pick up the Harif, but I'm not so sure how Skupos is with the Harif, especially if later on. Actually, no. Okay,
Maybe
wait.
from
Now,
over to Moscow.
no. I'm actually thinking about it. If you really want to punish this carry, is if you could flex the Grok to go to the EXP and take something like a Cho, like an Atlas or something like that forces the carry to use a Purify. If the carry uses the Purify, the carry would be losing quite a lot in lane because you can't go aggressive and you can't be very defensive with your flickers. But again, I'm just spouting out the possibilities. Now Div is taking over the Eve, so it is going to be an Eve Valentina matchup, but switching sides.
Switching sides here. So Moscow is available to take here in turn of a king, but aside of that, they want to go for Nadetta is actually sounds nice here with the elective final blow and also the Iron for an Eye is actually
Let them
good
come.
to try to
They
dive
will
in towards
only
the
make my
kind of
blade
Genesis and
sharper.
actually focusing over the Eve and carry Neo will be having so much good time here with the Benedetta. And along with the Leslie that is going to be dealing tons of true damage. It's going to be a battle of true damage. But Melissa, I don't know, like Melissa, Leslie, Moskov, everything still works
Sniper
perfectly
ready.
fine, I guess.
Give me a target. Your team
Yeah, at
is
this point with the amount of chaos, because again, Benedetta is a Neo signature. They want to end the game strong because I kind of feel like, well, Skupos, I'm a little bit unsure, but everyone else, I feel like Valentina is a hero that Cicero likes to use. Box has been using Lancelot a lot today, even during his previous MPL days. Zuzu has been doing quite well with the Grok, but the Florin, this is going to be interesting. Florin with the Fredrin as well as the glue is going to be nigh unkillable.
It's gonna be super strong. I mean, this is this is what we are looking for. Something surprise, surprise, and we got it in the fourth game of this grand final. And I think with the Radarin along with the Florin combo, I think like it's just gonna be so hard for the rest of the Adudu Gaming to actually deal tons of damage. I mean, like Leslie is gonna be there, but it's what depend on the shot coming from the Leslie, and it can be held by the presence of Florin. So I want to see what kind of rotation, what kind of things that they will try to do, how they're gonna be focusing on the hero. Are they gonna be focusing over the Florin or maybe the Eve here? So we will soon jump into the light of them to witness the fourth game. This potentially be the last game for the grand final, but we're still not sure about that.
Yep, this is match point. We're going to game number 4. The Florin is a very interesting pick, but no hero is without his weaknesses. Florin, unfortunately, does not have a lot of ways to escape the fight. Box, we know, will most probably build a damage-oriented Lancelot. And Neo again, signature with the Benedetta. There's a lot of ways that they can dive to the back line, so Tenka really has to be careful with the positioning. The coach is looking at Tenka. He was using an initiator tank. Now on the healer, we got to see how does he perform.
I wanna ask actually, I kinda curious here, having the Purify on Eve and only for ignoring the CC coming from Rock, is that really worth it?
Honestly, I'm not even so sure myself because even though sure there's a lot of ways you can shut down this Eve, and even though Eve can use the real manipulation to kind of like cleanse yourself of the CC, but the thing is you're kind of putting yourself in a very bad position. I almost want to say it's better to have a flicker because if you had a flicker, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have happened.
That's the case, right? I kinda like worry with the Purify spell that he chose for this because if they're facing about tons of CC, it does make sense, but only for Grok, I don't think like that is the case. But yeah, Koopas in the bottom lane actually receiving a lot of damage, and Han trying to initiate it back to Koopas, but unable to secure the kill. But this is gonna be the battle of Turtle. Who is actually gonna be getting this one? Is it gonna be from Adudu Gaming or MLBB? Because one of them have been doing here well, and Jackie got it.
Yeah, beautiful Purify, but still unable to stop Jackie the Jackman now on the Fredrin. Fredrin still starting away. Liz gives skin, basically having no small glues anymore. That was actually pretty good. Neo tried to stop the retribution, but still somehow, some way, Jackie secures it for the team.
And they're still able to actually going back, try to control it back right now. It's still 1-0 in the early game right here. They've one time being picked off. But aside of that, I think like they're still trying to give the space towards the hunt. And this Tanka will be focused on the lane only since like Scoopos still trying to poke the damage towards this carry. And while in the top lane, I think like a big war might happen here since the box almost get caught.
Yeah, Box is very, very low, and Players Give Skin is able to use the split, pulls him back, and Jackie just ending it with style, slamming down the sword on Box's head.
Getting one exchange here in terms of movement. Jackie back again. He's trying to pound, still able to go back from that kind of condition. It's like they have like two sides that they are choosing to make a chaos on. Like sometimes they're just like want to focus on the gold lane here, trying to push back towards this carry because they know the threat that might happen going for the late game with the carries potentially laying everyone coming from the side of doing well for MSG right now. They just like want to have this Neo not doing what he's usually do, taking care on the lane, taking all of the resources that they can. So they want to stop Neo, but on the other hand, they want to stop Han as well. So I want to see if they are going to be able to give the pressure later on in the mid game, because so far they're playing quite passively, and Cicero already finishing off the Clock of Destiny at this.
Yep, going for a more burst-oriented build here. Chisero on the Valentina. Zuzu is just keeping an eye on everyone while they're trying to just get a very easy turtle here. So honestly, very good from Zuzu as well. Just zoning everyone out, making it very, very easy for Box to get the turtle for free. Now at top, Please Give Skin sees basically everyone here, and Jackie is there as well. Are they actually looking for a fight? And Zuzu goes in using the flicker as well to make sure that he gets a beautiful engage, and Jackie appraises draft not hitting anything. Please Give Skin is very, very low, and Zuzu no HP left. Div gets a kill. Liz Give Skin, you gotta go away, but Div, nothing for you, man. Double kill for Box.
Unable to escape from the death right there. It's just so hard to get out, but Neil against Please Give Skin here. They are trying to exchange the damage here, but Please Give Skin almost get caught, but Neil a little bit forcing it to the bottom lane, to the top lane, but while in the bottom lane, we're seeing Han actually gonna be taken off maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too risky here, but Han is 1v1 Zuzu, but Zuzu gets the kill for himself. And now Tanka, not really much you can do as a Florian going up against Box. I was looking at the bottom lane, and they were moving very, very aggressively. Neo is able to dash out of the Praise's Wrath. Jackie, full HP as well. Not really sure if he would have had a damage anyways.
Now the bottom lane, they are exchanging the turrets here. They are taking back what they want, but the purple buff will be able to secure this one. Jackie forced to go back a little bit, and even he is
Oh, Div got the buff.
Yeah, but he is using the reaction for now.
Yeah, you know what? A win's a win. You gotta be appreciative. You gotta be thankful for anything that that you got. So Div got the buff there. Now in terms of gold, it's only around 2,000 gold difference. But now it looks like Adudu Gaming, they want to stretch out the gold lead a little bit more, securing in the top lane. So all outer turrets have been taken. Looks like Chisero is going for that enchanted talisman. Fredrin for now, Jackie building those sub items to make sure that he can more or less deal with a lot of things moving forward. Just the corrosion scythe on the carry should be doing quite well, but not well enough to make sure that he could like 1v9 this situation. Jackie tries to get vision, but so far is gonna get blocked off. Jackie unable to contest for the turtle.
Not gonna be able to do that. Like the final flow going in, real world manipulation has been popped as well, but Div is the one that is being picked up right here. After one movement, but Box is still dead. Shield trying to get over this Jackie, but Jackie using the task going in, but Please Give Skin taken down with the burst coming from Chisero. They're securing 2 points so far by pushing it back towards Team MOG, and Adudu still going really strong to push it on the lane.
Yeah, right now it seems kind of bad. 22,000 difference because no, sorry, 22,000 for Adudu Gaming in terms of the difference. It's looking like around 2.5, 3K ish gold difference. Jackie is not finding opportunities because I kind of feel like he has good ish engages. It's just that the team hasn't been able to follow up again. And the big difference for all the games, Jackie now is frontlining for his entire team. Can't take too much there. I just want to say the big difference here, Diff has not been able to move around the map safely. In this game, 1, 3, and 0, completely different from the first 3 games.
I mean, like they don't have any opener for this one. They're relying on Jackie. Well, Jackie, whenever he shows up, he's just like receiving tons of damage. It's either coming from Neo, Chisero, even from Bob here is stealing tons of them. And Tanka only able to actually just heal and try to open the map. While for Div, he really needs to set up and he cannot get one so far because of the presence of that one. They have the problem with this, and I think like Blue plays Gifkin, he's just like having quite a hard time to do something. Oh, but the damage coming from MOG actually gonna be enough to take down Chisero.
I was speechless. I was like, there's no way Chisero dies there, but I guess it's a good thing I didn't speak at all. Scoopos taking quite a bit of damage, boxes there as well to give the damage onto Tenka. At this point, I kind of feel like Tenka should be moving around with Jackie because like you said, Jackie is going to be the front line. He's going to be the tank here and he needs the support. Please give skin, uses the flicker onto Scoopos. Now with the split is able to get Scoopos, but the flickering out, making it so that he will survive. Florian using the ult, try to save. Please give skin, unable to do so, but at the top lane, Carry has been solo pushing, able to get the outer and mid-tier turrets. So now in terms of gold, still a 4,000 gold difference. Chisero moving very aggressively onto Tenka, Tenka taking quite a lot of damage. Jackie 1v3ing and Diff doesn't seem like he can go in front with the Purify. There's not much he can do with this Eve.
Oh, and the Lord securely taken by Team Adudu Gaming so far. Despite that there is some push happen coming from Carry in the top lane, but they're still owning all of the lanes here. And the Lord, this is only the first Lord, but I do feel like the progress coming from the side of Team MOG is quite different than before. Like going to the late game as well, they're only gonna be pending towards his hand. Well, for Dev, he's gonna be able to actually doing the high ground thingy to try to slow down the movement that might coming from the side of Team Adudu Gaming. But the diving competition, especially Benedetta, it's just like very hard for them to actually deal with it.
The big difference here, the Grok as well as the Florian, but now Box, he wants to go in, able to puncture out of it, even though the real manipulation managed to get 3. Scoopos is so far in front, but because you have the Valentina, you can heal your entire team too. Please give skin is having no HP at all. He has to go back. It's good that Chisero saved the Florian ult to save his entire team. If not, that would have looked so bad.
It is, but now they're still gonna be marching with the first slot in top lane, doing something with like the final blow to clear off the wave here, while Neo is gonna be trying to cut off things. But you know what? I think like they're gonna be able to actually hold it up, and that the dive comes in just like that towards Jackie.
Dives onto tree, unable to get anyone just yet because he still doesn't have the Purify. But now it looks like the Grok did not hit his ult quite well. Div gets a double kill, a beautiful real world manipulation, and now Chisero has to flicker out. Please gives kid, tries to get him. Han off screen gets a kill onto Box, the Lancelot, and finally Please give skin gets his hand onto Chisero. And now looks like the damage is not gonna be there. It looks like Please give skin is gonna get punished. Ultimate snipe comes in. It looks like the glue is gonna be a-okay. And in mid, Han is pushing along with Tenka.
They are getting the mid turret right here. Oh my god. Actually, Han was chasing down everyone here. He is getting the 2 kills, and I think like with the shutdown that happened towards box.
Okay, we need to look at the items.
Yeah, I think like he's finishing off another things, but I bet it's definitely 100%. He's having the uh Demon Hunter Sword definitely because it's just like so painful, and the attack speed coming from the side of this carry is actually super crazy. Corrosive side, I think because of the movement coming from that carry is actually really well. If we can see the replay, actually the carry was baiting out towards Rock to use the wild charge, and when
Yeah.
he did it, he's using the dashes and then baiting, going in again to give the damage, and it's been follow up well with the rest of the player coming from the side of Team MOG. That's why they are getting a win from that war.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the corrosion scythe is the first item for the carry, and Box as well as Koopas is making short work of the Lord here. Neo now has the Malefic Roar. I kind of feel like they should wait for Neo to engage alongside with his Purify, and then they're able to do something. And looking at the itemization here, Carry has the Demon Under Sword, the Golden Staff, as well as the Corrosion Scythe. Perhaps going for... I actually thought he was going for a Wind of Nature, even though it doesn't do well against Koopas on this Leslie, but gonna do well against Box. But Jackie is gonna tank the majority of the damage now. He's so low, and oh, never mind. I was about to say Zuzu charges in, able to get 3. Please Give Skin is able to provide enough space for his team. But now Jackie, he still has his Appraiser's Wrath. Wonder if he's gonna do it because his HP is very, very low. He's getting terrified for quite a bit. I thought he was gonna use it earlier. He still has it on check. The Lord marches in, but the Lord is gonna get taken down quite easily by Man of Geniuses. And that doesn't look like Adudu Gaming. They're gonna be able to re-engage Jackie, going way too in front, man. And now the ultimate snipe. Div tried to help his friend, but the angle was a little bit wrong. This Gift Skin was able to kill off Box. Now Zuzu is gonna get taken down by Han. Han is chasing after Neo. Neo is super low. He's dashing away. Flicker used by Han. Han is trying to dash onto Neo, but the Benedetta has way too many dashes. Able to survive.
Han like to hunt, and he hunts everyone from the side of Team Adudu Gaming. I think that the Han is just like very confident with all of the damage that he's having, but again, they're able to hold the high ground. I mean, like the amount of skills that they are having to actually hold the damage that is given from the side of is actually really great with the Twilight Armor from Gears here. Please Give Skin along with Jackie. They're able to hold a lot of damage coming from the side of this Leslie, because this Leslie actually dealing tons of damage as well. But the Halbert choosing coming from the side of Han is actually still a big question for me. Why that this Benedetta along with the Sparrows actually having so much things to be countered by the Sea Halberd, but I don't think like it's gonna be like super necessary. It's having like better damage item or even Wind of Nature is gonna be much safer.
I kind of feel like the reason why he built the Sea Halberd, because we've seen Han, like you said, Han likes to hunt. So every once in a while, he will go at it solo, especially because Jackie as well as Please Give Skin is taking way too much damage. I think in his head right now, there is a very big possibility that Please Give Skin and Jackie cannot apply the Dominance Ice effect, the anti-healing effect, on to Adudu Gaming. So if worse comes to worse, because right now we see in the mid lane, Han is 1v1ing Neo, so maybe that's the reason why he's building the Sea Halberd, just in case if it's needed. But Han is gonna get targeted down. Immortality popped, and now Neo is onto him. Han gets taken down by Chisero. This is the best spot for Adudu Gaming to finish off the game. Now Dev, nowhere to go, has to use the Winter Truncheon, is gonna get taken down. Triple kill for Chisero. Chisero now buying the Holy Crystal is gonna do way too much damage. Jackie has basically no HP left, gets taken down by Chisero, basically a maniac. Please Give Skin is attaching himself onto Zuzu, but they don't care. The minion is there, down mid. Immortality pop, it does not matter. Chisero basically killed off the entire team. GGWP, the game has been won by Adudu Gaming with a clean sweep of 4-0
Victory!
in the grand finals of this tournament.
Oh my god, unbeatable. Not even once. Despite they're having hard time inside of the game, they're
Oof.
still coming really strong until the last game of this grand final. Chisero, an official savage that he did, is just like coming really good. I mean, like the burst. I mean, like that is why people are choosing Clock of Destiny along with Lightning Truncheon. Know how big the damage is coming from that combo of items that is being used by the Valentina. But you know what? It's not only coming because of the Chisero, but Zuzu's box, Goopos, Neo was doing a really great job. And I do want to focus on Neo, how he's doing the elective vinyl blue, how he's targeting the target that he wants, opening up a way here for the rest of the player of Adu Gaming to have their own ways to get Jackie, even the tankiest one. He's been taken down for 4 times, unable to hold up all of the damage given by Adu Gaming. But Men of Geniuses, you guys also performing really well. I guess like you guys just have another experience here inside of the scouting grounds. You have another things you are leveling up more because you learn from what you have done inside of this tournament.
You know what? It was a pretty good game. Han almost won it for his team. I feel like we've seen enough and we've said enough. We're gonna invite Zico again, the coach, to come in and give his own insight about what happened in the game. So let's invite Zico to finally official, analysis about the last game of the grand final. Again, we're switching over. Zico, quick one. First impressions of the last game and the entire series as a whole.
The last game for me is clean, and for the series they had a bad game too, but overall Adodo Gaming is really good for me. But they all did great. But in this game, um, I wanna highlight the Adodo Gaming's aggressiveness because also for MOG picking up Florin in that match for me made them lose because
Mm-hmm.
how can you catch uh Lancelot and Benedetta only using Florin and not much crowd control. So as we see, Neo targeted, as you also say, Neo targeted the most important enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and then uh, Benedetta and Lancelot freely moved around the map and maximized the early game, especially the Lancelot in the early game, because he knows that no one can catch him, so he's so brave to just in and out in that match. But overall, both teams did great, and for me, they gained a lot of experience from here, and I hope they all learned something about from that matches, the entire series. And yeah, that's for me.
You know
Okay.
what? I agree. A lot of experiences. Vela, you got a question coming up?
Yeah, I was like thinking like, if you can give an advice here for the Men of Genius, like what kind of things that you can quick one, what kind of things that you can give them as a whole, even for the
As a whole team, they are quite good. They are quite promising, to be honest. For me, my advice is only just learn how to control the map, how to control your lead, especially when you're leading so much early. Don't focus on kills because kills won't let you win. Objective will. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah, you know what? Very solid as well because I do agree, especially in game number two. Really should have won that
Mm,
one. But I gotta
yeah.
ask you, coach, because it's kind of like too late because they already pick up the Florian, right? But I just
Yeah.
want to ask in the early game, the rotation, the Florian just took care of the just babysitted the carry. Do you think it might have been different if the Florian moved with the Fredrin, maybe even potentially invading the jungle or anything like that, would the game have changed or it wouldn't have mattered that much?
I think it doesn't change that much because uh they only use Florin and not much CCs. So he really need to take care of that carry. Because anyway his ultimate is global. So
Mm-hmm.
it can help some of their teammates, all of their teammates. But it's just so hard for them to fight with no CCs against Benedetta and Lancelot, and also that if that can copy also their healing. So basically for me it was an outdraft.
Yeah. So far, based on what we heard, the last game, the draft wasn't the very best. It's just you don't have a way to counter what the opposing side
Yeah.
wants to do. And like you said, even when they're doing good, they don't control the map that well. I kind of feel like if they're rewatching the stream and just hearing what Zico has to say, I kind of feel like they're gonna catch on quite a little bit. And I'm really wondering if any of them would try to go for the MPL qualifiers. But just in case if they're watching, Coach Zico, you've already given advice to the entire team. We're about to sign off. Is there anything that you personally want to say to everyone watching, perhaps from the Philippines, Cambodia? Just want to say something to Malaysia. You know what? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for first thank you so much for inviting me here, and I hope that you enjoyed and learned maybe even just a little from me. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting, and I hope we can grow all our communities in Cambodia, Philippines, and Malaysia. And yeah, we just keep on grinding and doing our best always.
Okay, quick question. Is there a chance that you're gonna come to Malaysia?
We will see.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
see.
You know what? We're gonna wait for off stream. But thank you very much, Koziko. I will let you go. The way that he answered that, I'm pretty sure he's coming to Malaysia. I wonder for which team. Herms.
Let's
Bye
see.
bye.
So much, Kaziko. Bye. Oh my god, that is interesting.
Okay, you know what? Confirm. He's probably going to Team Secret.
Oh.
It's still there. This is why I'm the leaker, right? This is why I always, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Team Secret, you can be upset. I just leaked the big thing.
I mean, it all makes sense though. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, just like what Coach Jico have mentioned, like everyone's their best here. You guys have doing performing really well here from MOG along with Adu. They're performing amazingly for this. Congratulations once again. I think like we will see it all for the all schedule and also all the bracket that we have done. So it means that we
Yeah.
have the teams that was going from the early until the last one, but the grand champion here is the Adudu Gaming. But once again, I mean like all of the journey that they have been doing is actually really great, and I'm so happy here to actually witness it all. And I mean like
Yeah. Here's the thing. Before we even talk anymore, let's just take this moment to say
okay,
congratulations to Adudu Gaming for being the champions. You guys have won, if I'm not mistaken, 500 USD or something, 500, 400. I'm pretty sure it's 500.
yeah.
Congratulations to you guys as a team. You guys made through the scouting grounds without taking a single loss. And I kind of feel like a lot of eyes are going to be on those players to see whether they will join the MPL or not.
That is gonna be a question. Who is it gonna be, or will they be going for the MPL? But yeah, I think like we also need to be thankful for Hotling and also Predator because without them we won't be having this event and we won't be these amazing matches that have been shown so far. Best of seven, grand final, done and dusted, and we will be seeing to you guys maybe on the other tournament. Thank you so much, Lafel, for casting with me.
Hey, thank you very much. You guys have been great. This is the Scouting Grounds. Again, like Velet said, thank you, Hotling. Thank you, Predator. We'll see you guys in the next tournament and perhaps see you guys in MPL. Bye-bye.